Hello. Testing. Testing. Does it sound good? Testing. Does it sound good? Testing. Does it sound good? Testing. Okay, cool. Oh, I already got a chat message. Let me get that started. Where is it? Where is that? Wait, show me chat game or video or YouTube, whatever. There it is, chat. The chat button. Oh, hello. How you doing, Unbeatable Sheep? How are you? Oh, thanks, man. Thank you. That means a lot, actually. You know, I'm out here trying my hardest, busting it down, whatever. So it's good that people appreciate that, and they appreciate that value, or whatever. We'll get started in a second here. Okay, yeah, I think I'm ready. Just gonna do a base new game sorcery run on DS2. Oh yeah, so you can do just sorcery. So that's pretty fun. Yeah, you got to run through Heights Tower of Flame. Heights Tower of Flame is gonna be really stupid because those dumb because the stupid old knights are resistant to magic or whatever. Yeah, so you gotta deal with that, but you know, it ain't that bad. Yeah, I'm gonna try to clean out everything until Drangleic Castle today too. 1 second. Yo, what's up? Let me check something here. Shulva here. Good luck in Shulva, buddy. Oh, sorry. I don't mean to sound rude. Good luck in Shulva. It actually is a really tough area. I mean, when I say good luck in Shulva, buddy, what I really mean is, thank goodness I'm not in Shulva. I'm thinking to myself, lucky me, I'm not in Shulva like this guy. Oh, thank you. I'm very glad I'm not in Shulva. When I think about Shulva, I'm like, ugh, Shulva. You can do it fast. Oh, you can do pure sorcery and DLCs. That's 100% viable. It's gonna, as a new game at least, yes. That's 100% viable. It's not good, but it's very doable. That's very doable. Like Soul Spear and stuff on Fume Knight, totally doable. Soul Spear on Alon. Yeah, actually, I really like Shulva. I think it's a goofy area, but I do like it. I think it's actually a really fun area. Not perfect by any means, but really fun. Yeah, there's a way to do it fast. Yeah. It's fine. If it were really terrible, I would tell you. I'd be like, oh, this is the worst thing ever, and it is. You know, like it's not miracles or anything like that. Yeah, definitely. Actually. I feel like it's probably the craziest difficulty spike in the whole series or something. Like, the DLCs are a huge level up from base game. Like, really massive. Like, really, truly massive. In terms of, like, difficulty. In my experience. So, but once you get through Shulva, you're gonna be pretty... I think that's the hardest DLC overall. Well, if you're new, I think Ivory King might seem harder. That's a good question. In some cases, yes, actually. In some cases, they do actually, the AI is actually smarter. Because you'll have, like, invaders and stuff who will do random wacky stuff. I wouldn't say smarter, right? But definitely, it's clever game design, right? The AI itself is not, obviously the AI, you know, it's not actually smarter, right? But the game design is very clever. So they really push the limits of what they have. And they make smarter enemies that do more interesting things. Yeah, so I basically, yes. Absolutely. But it's, you know, it's all smokes and mirrors. Yeah, I mean, that alone is actually pretty incredible that you can kind of, like, believe that a computer, that a person is controlling some of those, invaders in the, oh shoot, uh-oh. Well, luckily I have Ring of Soul Protection. But for most enemies, it's not really. I think the DLC enemies are smarter designed. Yeah, thank you. I try to really boil it down and make sure that people know what's out there and that they have like fun options. Yeah, thank you, dude. It's really nice to hear that people have liked my videos. I really do enjoy that. I don't really feel very confident in making them, honestly. Well, the urine works in some DLCs. Oh no, you can use Soul Spear on the enemies too. If you have enough copies, you can use it on the enemies too. I've done that before. Why am I getting a notification? Uh-oh. Why am I getting a notification? 1 second. What the heck is going on, dude? So my cell phone company is like, if you didn't oh shit. Bruh, what is going on? What is happening, dude? What is going on? What is this? Yeah, thank you. I feel very confident in the videos, in the because I played through the game the whole time for that. So my phone, I got one of those, like, you know, like when a hacker is like messing with your stuff and you get like a phone, you get like a text or something or an email that's like, here's your recovery code, right? And it's some like number. I just got like 15 of those in a row from my cell phone service. And now I need to go to the, I need to call the number that they tell me to call, but I'll do that later. I like have to go call whatever the number is. Yeah, a lot of times you ignore them, but in this particular case, it's literally telling me to call a number, so I have to call a number. Honestly, that might be the trick. That might be the trick, is that they spam those fake ones and then they get you to call a fake number. That's actually really clever. Oh wait, we're in Decorator. It's actually insanely clever, because that might be what's going on. They might be spamming those fake ones to try to get me to call a number. But then again, the phone number itself, or the number that I got the message from, is like 6 digits. So I'm not sure how a scammer would get access to one of those 6-digit code things. It's freaking crazy, man. That's crazy. I mean, I guess it's possible. I don't know. But whenever I see those 6-digit numbers, you know, those CAPTCHA, or not CAPTCHA, you know what I'm talking about. Those 6-digit numbers where it's like, here's your 6-digit code. Yeah, well, it's broken. It's straight up broken. It's like actually legitimately shattered in that game. That's just the optimal way to play that game. Like, you could do other stuff, but so maybe I'll do that someday. Maybe I'll do like another Dark Souls 2 guide where I do like where I'll do like lightning, do like faith. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, you gentlemen. You. He went back. I agree with that. I very much agree with that. That's actually a sentiment I very much agree with. The series itself is like too, I wouldn't say too melee, but like the melee is really where the game kind of happens. And even in DS2. So yeah, I agree with that very much. I think it's fun. I think it's very much fun and different, at least, to be able to do that. Yeah, and they also had shields, too. It's like they knew. That's the crazy thing about that, is that you watch that video, and you play DS1, and you're like, shields are broken and spells are broken, right? And so what's bad in DS2 and 3? Shields and spells. Right? So we're like, well, we had our game where shields and spells were good, so now we're going to not do it again. And that's kind of what's going on. It's like actually kind of weird. It's like they knew. It's like they really, really did know that that was what was going on, and they're like, no, we're not going to let that happen again. Which I kind of like. I really do sort of... well, I don't know. You know, it's one of these things where I kind of wish shields were broken again. I kind of like broken shields, to be honest. I think they're fun. I think that they kind of add a little bit of, like, because it feels very, you know, like, it's like you're playing Sekiro and there's no shields at all. You know what I mean? Because it's samurai. Samurai don't have shields. Right? Like, samurai don't use shields. Although, interestingly, there is a Japanese word for shield. So if you're playing like a video game, usually when they're referring to Western style shields, like, you know, like a metal shield like we have, they'll oftentimes use the word shirudo, or like for shield spells or something, shirudo, something like that, right? Which is obviously just shield, but there's a native Japanese word for shield, and I don't know why. I literally don't know why. I'm not sure what possible reason there could be for there to be a native Japanese word for shield, because samurai didn't use shields. And it's tate. So for whatever reason, there's a word in Japanese for shield, despite the fact that they've never used shields, as far as I know. There's no indication that they have ever used shields. So I'm not sure for what reason there would be that word. It's, like, really weird. And I don't hate it or anything. Yeah, well, I mean, like, obviously. But yeah, you still, even Western-style shields, because they'll say tate. For whatever reason. And, like, if you watch the anime Madoka... If you watch, like, the Madoka anime, like, she has a shield. Which is, like, really weird. So they all have samurai weapons. Except her, who has a shield. And it's not really clear why. She has a shield. I guess because she... Yeah, I don't know if you guys know Madoka. Madoka. Oi. Yume no anime. Dane. Anyway. But yeah, so yeah, I kind of like that. I kind of like shields because... It feels Western. It feels very much like Western. You know what I mean? Like, it's the kind of thing where it's like, oh, shields are good because this is, you know, like European fantasy, right? And so I kind of don't like shields. Like, I get spells being too good. That's totally fine. Like, I understand why they make spells bad. Also, why am I teleporting? I don't know. I don't know why I'm teleporting. We need to set up for this next boss, though. This is gonna be like I can't. What do I do for this guy? Yeah, I love shields. I personally am a big shield fan, and I kind of wish they were better. But then again, this game also has like a really crappy kick too. So it's like I don't even know, you know. That's another thing about this game is that it has like a really crappy kick as well. So maybe like shields would be too good if they were better. I don't know. We'll go, let's see. We'll go Ring of Steel Protection. And, Clear Bluestone. And Dark Clutch. Actually, let's just keep on the... Let's just keep on Ring of Steel Protection. Why not? This thing is so broken. Yeah, how you could actually block bosses. It's like, imagine, what a concept. Literally being able to block bosses with a big old shield. Right? That just feels so cool. Like, when you're staring at a big old boss and you're like, oh, I can just block him. But, like, honestly, it should require... no, I don't think it's like 90% of all damage in the game. So, it's, like, hard to argue with a ring that causes you to take, like, 20% less damage from, like, 90% of sources. Right? That's my thinking on the subject, right? It's like, okay, well, you know, ultimately, we're talking about a ring here that's, like, just flat across the board. Or it's not 90, flat across the board, like 30% less damage from 100% of sources. And so, yeah, I do personally find it hard to question that ring. I think it's pretty good overall. Maybe not perfect, but really good. It's like, it may as well be a ring that's like, take 20% less damage from all sources. And that would be approximate to what it does functionally. In many cases. It's like even these guys do mostly, like the spells don't even matter. I don't even really care about the spells. Like the physical attacks are the thing that I'm mostly worried about. The spells can hurt, but it's just not as important. Yeah, it's like, look at how that spell, and it's like he's not going to cast like 100 of those. There are some cases where spells do hit really hard, like Alana and Aldia and stuff, right? You know what I mean? Where it's like you're getting hit by a spell and it just really wrecks you good. But that's just not the norm. Those are like freak scenarios. It's like one attack, whereas like 90% of attacks are physical. The thing is, I think in this game it's not so good because the amount of damage you're taking is just so high all the time that it kind of cancels out. You know, because it's like think about it this way, right? Like if an attack takes half your HP, right? Let's say every attack takes half of my HP, or let's say most attacks take half of my HP, right? So I have an HP bar, it's full, and I take an attack and it's half my HP. Well, from a certain perspective, you can make the argument that I have 2 HP points, 2 health points, and every attack does 1 damage, right? And so it's like if stacking damage reduction doesn't give me like, you know, doesn't give me like 3 effective health points. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense, right? Like you have a health bar and you can take 2 hits before you die, or you have a health bar and you take 3 hits before you die, right? Like big difference between that. But so if you don't hit those 2 breakpoints, if there's no point at which you take 3 hits, it doesn't necessarily matter, right? And so for a lot of these bosses like Alana and stuff, like I'm lucky to survive 1 hit against her, much less 2, right? So there's no amount of defenses I could stack that would let me survive 2. I don't think. I think even if I did, it would be like 2. It would weaken me in other ways. As like a really specific example. So So Ring of Steel Protection is good. Ring of Steel Protection is very good. I like it in basically every Souls game. But I think in this game it is the weakest. Ironically, because in this game it actually also benefits from... yeah, I don't... Well, we've already tried that, and it was okay. I think those one enemies do a lot of damage for whatever reason. Because they're a Scholar of the First Sin type thing. So they do like way more damage than most enemies just because. Just because that's how the developers think, I guess, or whatever. So we tested against those one enemies, but honestly, because DLC enemies are the problem, right? That's like the main issue that we're facing. I don't really see a need to sit here and, you know, have Havel's armor on against this boss. Especially considering I want the extra souls if I can get them. Not that it really matters, to be honest. But, you know. Okay. That's Bone Wheel. This is Bone Wheel guy, I think. So maybe I should kill him last. Or is it this? Or yeah, so we'll kill him last. This boss is actually really cool looking. It's a shame that it's like kind of average. Feels very, very average. Yeah, well, it is. Lion Mage Armor is always a good idea. For this, unless you're going to do gameplay, like, I don't think you need the Soul Armor unless you're doing something very specific. But you could also go Soul Armor if you wanted to. Why not, right? That's always an option. But definitely Lion's Mage Armor, I think, is a great idea. Yeah, especially considering the wind up on Soul Spear is kind of long. And Staff of Judgment reduces your cast speed by a little bit. Way overhyped. People are like, oh, it tanks your cast speed. It's like, it actually doesn't. But it does slightly decrease your cast speed. So I do think Lion Mage armor is really good. I'll probably even mention it in the guide when I finally get around to it, or when I finish the run and I finally get around to it, or when because I'm full steam ahead on it, but it's still gonna take me a couple days. I gotta make an appointment for the audio lab at the local library and stuff like that. So it's probably gonna take me like 5 days. Oh yeah, it's a terrible staff. Let me tell you how bad Staff of Wisdom is. Staff of Wisdom is so terrible. It's such a meme weapon, and everybody knows that it's bad, which is why I use it all the time. Which is why it's like my favorite catalyst in the game, because it's so terrible. Well, actually, it's not true. I guess Sunset Staff is better, but that's like not really fair. It's like number 1 and number 2. It's like the 2 best casting implements in the whole game versus each other. And people will be like, "Oh, well, what about the hitbox where enemies like sneak under it?" It's like, okay, just like switch to another catalyst, or don't be that close to enemies. It's not rocket science. It's like, is it gonna get you killed? Yes. Is it your fault? Kind of. A little tiny bit. I don't know. I guess when I put it like that, I feel kind of bad. I'm like, okay, well, you know, it has weaknesses, but you know, a bad craftsman blames his tools, as the saying goes. I think Staff of Wisdom is just fine. I do not like Dragon Chime. There's so many problems with Dragon Chime. There are so many problems with Dragon Chime. Dragon Chime exists in an ocean of problems relative to other implements, casting implements. It's like, it's a pain to get. You literally just don't need it. It doesn't really do that much better than... It's Twinkling Titanite too, so that's another huge demerit to its favor. Not that you really have a use for Twinkling Titanite otherwise, but one of those things that I do not like about it. So it's tough to get Twinkling Titanite, which is just okay. And then also, it's not even that much better than Priest Chime. So I have Priest Chime. I don't even have Dragon Chime. I haven't even bothered.
Are you I never protect. I must, but now, many, I've it. I came, these stuff, not true. I suppose.
Honestly, the biggest problem with Chloanne is I wish she sold 1 elemental stone when you meet her. I wish she sold a bunch of elemental stones right as you meet her. Like, maybe she had everything except for mundane or something like that. She gets like 1 copy, and then when you get King's Ring, she gets another 3. I think that would be way cooler. Because otherwise, but then again, I guess getting stones would otherwise be too easy. So, this is how it is. Hello, Gavlan.
Gavlan, what will Gavlan? You go home.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. It's like so crazy. To me, it's a great example of an item that, like, if you have it, you don't even need it, basically, kind of thing. It's like, if you're doing a miracle character, you already have to kill the Dark Lurker with miracles. It's like, that's one of the harder bosses in the game. And it's like, you can't really kill him early either. Right? Like, the earliest you can fight him is in, I guess you could use force on the NPCs, right? So it's like not the worst. It's not like unusable or anything. These enemies like will one-shot you, by the way. So best be careful here. These enemies will straight up one-shot you. It's happened to me many times. Many a time have I been one-shot by these pyromancers. Sweet. Let's see what they dropped. Pog, there's the top. Oh, Pog, there's the top. Well, guess what? Guess what? What's her face is wearing today? This cycle. Lucky me. Lucky heckin' me. Yeah, it's absolutely, yes, these enemies actually hit really, really hard for some reason. I like the simps they have too. I really like the simps, the simp hollows. That's pretty funny. They knew. They're like, let's give them a bunch of simp hollows too while we're at it. There's Delve game guides. Oh, we're chaos set? Ah, no, we're not doing that. We are gonna do one. Or actually, there's one thing we have to test though. Speaking of which, where even is chaos set? Where does it come from? I need to look it up real fast. There's one thing. There's one more thing we need to do though. Somebody brought up Chaos Rapier in my comments, so I have to check it out. What was I gonna? Okay, wait, no. Chaos set DS2. Well, let me see which one it is. Oh, let's do a Navlan. I don't want to do a Navlan. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're not gonna do a Navlan. I'm not gonna do a Navlan.
The dark is my language.
Somebody told me to test out Chaos Rapier, so we're gonna do that though. Oh, okay, here we go. So I could have bought a bunch of these too. No,
The dark is...
I don't know. We're on the last cycle, so I'm tempted to do it for like fun. I'm tempted to release. I'm tempted to do his quest line actually. We could do his quest line or something. But also, don't you have to kill him? Okay, I'll think on it. I'll think about it actually. Maybe we will kill Navlan, honestly. Maybe we'll do something with Navlan, I guess. Just for the memes.
Bearer of the
Even though
curse.
there's like literally no reason to ever interact with him at all for any reason. He's like the worst NPC in the game. He has like bad spells and just random crap like that. Yeah, I guess that's true. It's like he's like really awful, yeah. Like really comedically awful. Like cartoonishly comedically awful. Like a joke character. Something.
I...
Hold on, we gotta check Chaos Rapier. Where is it? Where is it? Mamma mia, where is the Chaos Rapier? Where'd I put it? There it is. Okay.
I'll be...
We'll take a look at that. It's not really gonna be good, but we'll take a look at it. Somebody was asking about it. We'll take a look. We may do some Navlan. I kind of don't really care to fight him. But maybe we'll do his quest. Or something. I can't remember how it goes. It's kind of boring. It's like not actually a very interesting quest line. So... denial. And then flame weapon. This controller's so much nicer than the last one. It's kind of ridiculous. I'm kind of tripping out. I'm like, this controller's so much better. How did I ever put up with that old controller? Why did I ever put up with that old controller? You know? It's got that kind of energy to it. Oh, wow. Okay. I do kind of want to move on to Demon Souls, but we have enough time to mess around with Gavlan or Navlan or whatever. Yeah, what's up with that? What's the Gavlan-Navlan conspiracy? What if they're the same guy? What if Gavlan and Navlan are actually the same character? Like, he just puts on a big suit for some reason. Randomly. And he's like... And that's why his accent sounds so bad, is it's fake. They're 100% the same guy. See, think about it. With Gavlan, you wheel and you deal, right? He's like dishonest or whatever. Or he wheels and deals. Yeah, no, I'm actually really excited to get started on Demon's Souls. That's the thing about me is I don't want to get stuck in. I love this game so much, but I don't want to play it forever. I don't know if this is a game I want to play literally forever, which is fine. You know, I understand that a lot of YouTubers, how they operate is they play the same game over and over again. And that's completely fine and understandable, but I don't want that to be me. I want to take more of like a Northern Lion kind of path. Obviously, I'm not exactly like him, but, you know, kind of a little bit of that, like, you know, going from game to game kind of energy. And then that way I get a little bit more, you know, we go over the whole tamale. You know, all the different kinds of games get played. You know? And that way, it stays interesting for me. You know? Which will be nice. I really appreciate that. Plus, I think the gimmick is kind of worn off here. I think after like a month of me doing this, people have gotten kind of bored with it. I think some people are still excited to see me play more DS2. And I do respect those people. They deserve respect because they're 100% like, I'm having fun. I love it. But at the same time, I think the gimmick has worn off just a little tiny bit. I think like, oh, well, you know, people pop in and they're like, oh, he's doing Covenant Champions and +7. That's really cool, right? And then like, yeah, it is cool. But also, you know, it's like I've been doing it for like weeks and weeks. So, you know, at some point it's time to come to but that's the good news, you know, that's really the good thing, is it's like every journey, you know, journeys come to an end and then we go on to the next journey, and it's like really awesome, you know, is is my thinking on the topic. But yeah, you know, it's always painful when you have to leave something you love behind a little bit, you know, when you have to say, you know what, I think we're done for DS2 for now. You know, that's always a sad moment. But it's just, you know, the good news is, you know, it's nothing serious, you know. We can say we had our fun, we love DS2, and we can always play it again later, you know. There's always, maybe there'll be something else later we'll do with DS2. Yeah, I'm doing it. We're there. This is it. This is the end. Well, not the end. We still, but I mean, that's the good news. We still got plenty of game to go through here. You know, we still got a good amount of game left. Plenty of deaths. Plenty of deaths coming down the pipe. Plenty of me dying to Alana probably. You know, so it's not like this is over already. I guess maybe it feels that way with my how good I am at this video game. I'm so heckin' good at this video game. Plus we do get to... Yeah, but again, I'm really excited to show off Demon's Souls. That's really what it comes down to. I'm really, really excited to show off Demon's Souls. At the end of the day, this always has to be fun for me, you know? Like, no matter what, this has to be... I want this to always be fun for me, you know? I want to always be having fun here. And so it's like, we gotta just move on to the next game at some point. Uh-oh. There's only so much you can do. But that's the beauty of it. I think so. I don't know. I haven't done it yet. We're gonna find out. That's like the top of the list of things that I'm gonna find out. I've only beaten it like twice. I've beaten it. That's actually not even true. I've beaten it once. I beat it exactly one time. And then I have a couple characters that are also really close to beating the game too. So I have an intelligence character that's really close to beating the game, and then I have a dex character that's relatively close to beating the game. Yeah. Well, you know, I hit that kill plane, and then when I hit the kill plane, it triggers the noise. Probably would be my guess for how that works. Oh, wow. See, we got plenty of good deaths in me. Left. Oh, that's so... Oh, come on. Oh, I can't angle the sword down to hit him. Yeah, but Demon Souls would be really interesting. I think there's a lot of nuance going on here. What makes this really interesting is how like the little optimizations that I kind of develop along the way. And that's really what makes this like interesting, right? So there's probably a lot of people who are watching a lot of the earlier streams, and once kind of the glamour wears off, they're like, you know, I'll move on to another streamer, or I'll do something else. I'll watch other videos or something like that. And so we definitely have to move on to Demon Souls, unfortunately. That's just like a requirement I have, because, you know, I gotta give people something else to look at, you know, than just like the same DS2 areas over and over again. But I mean, I'm like I said, if you really know what you're doing, if you really know what I'm doing, and you really are familiar with the game, and you see my little optimizations, you're like, wow, that's really cool, right? Like that is a thing too, and that's why I'm doing this, is so I can like really get in there and like optimize the game. Uh-oh. I'm dead again. Good day to you, Unk. Yeah, hey man, what's up? Yeah, well, probably Iron Keep's gonna be hard too. I don't know how I do this right most of the time. I don't know how I do this right most of the time. I'm not really sure what I'm doing wrong or right here. Like, cause it feels like I've had really good success with this area in the recent past, and all of a sudden I've just like been really struggling with it. And I think I just need to use or to make use of whatever it's called more. I need to use urine more. Yeah, hey, what's up, man? Yeah. Good day to you, Unk. Yeah, what's up? I'm the Dark Souls 2 Unk. I got it. Don't worry. I'm out here Dark Souls. I'm out here darking my souls too. We're gonna dark these souls, and we're gonna to them. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't know. I thought about your question about cars, and I don't know. Oh shoot! Uh-oh. Fudge, this area sucks. And so I actually wasn't looking into it. I don't know if I get a Tesla. I think maybe I would consider a Tesla, but I've also heard a lot of bad things about them, and I'd much rather give my money to like, I don't know, Toyota or something. See, I grew up with a Toyota. My dad had a Toyota and my mom had a Subaru. And so to me, those are the cars that you get. You get a Toyota, you get a Subaru. I don't really see a reason to get another kind of car. And then one of my uncles has a Toyota, and then another one of my uncles has a Chevrolet. And the uncle in question that has the Chevrolet, he's had endless problems with Chevrolets. Now keep in mind, he drives these cars like mad. He's driving these cars all the time. The number of miles he puts on his cars is insane. But this particular uncle of mine, okay? So, because he puts so many miles on these cars, that probably warps the thing. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry, I'm talking about cars. So, but anyway, so my uncle, right? He's got this, he's got this Chevrolet, so my mom and dad, like I was saying, drove a Toyota and a Subaru, right? So my mom had a Subaru, my dad had a Toyota. And so those are the cars that to me make sense. And then my uncle one of my uncles has a Toyota, and my other uncle has a Chevrolet. And he's had an endless number of car problems with his Chevrolet. And I also knew a guy in high school who had a Chevrolet, and he also had lots of car problems with that car as well. Now, but keep in mind that my uncle, sort of, my uncle that has a Chevrolet puts insane numbers of miles into his car. So he has like ridiculous numbers of, he puts a ridiculous number of miles onto any car he has. So that's gonna mess with it, right? And when you're putting, you know, 2 or 3 times as many miles into your car as anyone else, you're always gonna get worse results. You know what I mean? So it's always gonna make the car look bad. But I've known 2 people who've had Chevys, and they've both been kind of bad on no particular basis. So yeah, so for me personally, I would get a Toyota. If I had to buy a car, I'd buy a Toyota probably. Well, he does. No, but I'm saying, I mean, he puts an insane number of miles on the car here. I'm talking like I don't even know exactly what it is. I can't quote you a number. We're talking ridiculous. Yeah, we're talking like huge numbers of miles on the car. Like insane numbers of miles on the car. Like the kind of miles on the car that would like shock you. Like there's no solution. You drive any car that much and you're gonna run it into the ground, kind of thing. Is what my understanding of the situation is. And so yeah, that's the thing about his car. But it doesn't give Chevy a good name, personally. I'm not thinking to myself like, oh, like a Chevy, there's reliability. But maybe I should think that way, because I guess he still drives around. But yeah, his car's always in the shop. He's always like, yep, got to take it to the dealership for this, that, or the other thing, blah, 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 you know, that kind of stuff. Versus my dad, my mom, my uncle, who like seemingly barely service their cars, and they do just fine. And stuff like that, yeah. So yeah, I mean, that's a bad look for Chevy. Yes, absolutely. You don't have to free aim them. It's actually really good to do in a lot of cases. If you're fighting like a boss with a bow, which like you really shouldn't, but if you were to fight a boss with a bow, you definitely could do it that way. Yeah, it's not really that useful, except in some cases where it's very useful. It kind of depends. Most of the time when you think about bows and arrows, you're doing this, right? Like, yeah, obviously you don't need to lock on there. But when I do bows and arrows... Oh, she's weak to dark. Uh-oh. She's weak to dark. Well, I gotta switch back to normal soul gems, too. Let's see if I can not die a bunch of times here. Yeah, it's not that useful. Because, like, obviously I'm going to shoot this guy with an arrow, right? Like, I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to do this. But, like, yeah. It's like here, it's okay. You know? Uh-oh. Boom. Oh, come on, don't... Oh. You. Game. Okay, I think we're ready. Because it'll take him a while to get down. Oh, uh-oh. Shoot. No, by far not. I think probably maybe DS2 has the best bows, actually. I'm trying to think. No, it's DS1. It's, of course, DS1. Like, they're not good against bosses, but they don't have to be. They're good against, like, random stuff. You know, like all those dumb enemies that you can just shoot to death with a bow and they won't do anything to you at all. You know? Like, yeah. Like, you know, like, so I think DS1 definitely has the best bows by far. But other than that, I think it's probably DS2. I think I've used some bows in DS3, and there's, like, some uses for them. But they're really awkward. Oh, go... Yeah, I've messed with that bow a little bit. It's mostly like a PvP thing. Like you want to use that bow in like PvP to like knock people off ledges and stuff. Uh-oh. Oh boy. In my experience. Uh-oh. Ugh, boy. Dude, honestly, I'm distracted by this beautiful boss and how hot I think she is. That's really what's going on here. I'm like being distracted by how hot this boss is. I'm like, is there a miss? Is there a mister? Oh, come on. The dancer. I love the dancer too. I'm actually a big dancer's probably my favorite boss in that game. I actually really like the dancer there. Yeah, I'm sorry. You know, I don't know what it is. I think yeah, I think that's what's going on. Is I'm distracted by the boss and how hot the boss is. It's like the snake got me feeling some way. Cloaca. Hey, you know what? I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm not gonna ask any questions about Mytha, you know? I'll get to know her over dinner. We'll have a chat about that situation. You know, it's no big deal. Uh-oh. Oh. Ah. Oh. Okay. I do love the dancer. I actually really like the dancer. I think she's one of my favorite bosses in the series. I think I keep forgetting to mention her. When people ask what my favorite boss is, I need to mention dancer, because I really like the dancer. I actually do really like the dancer. I actually don't like Mytha, to be honest with you. She's actually a very generic boss. I do love the dancer, though. I think the dancer's really fun. But it's really not a very hard boss, because it's a boss that's supposed to be... You're supposed to be able to kill her at SL1 if you really know what you're doing. She's not, like, that hard a boss. So I think she kind of loses out to, like... I feel like, although, to be fair, I feel like all those bosses are kind of too easy. Like, Dragon Slayer Armor. Well, Dragon Slayer Armor, I think she's easier than Dragon Slayer Armor by a lot. And then I think she's, and then I think she's also, and then she's also easier than, like, what's his face, the dragon. I can't remember what his name is. You know who I'm talking about, though, the dragon guy. And then obviously, like, champion what's his face, Gundyr is like easy or hard depending on how you handle him. Right? Like if you're like really good, he's like super easy, and if you're like not very good, he's like a lot harder. Or if you get lucky, because there's like a little bit of luck, because depending on what attacks, his like windows or his windups are really short. So he's not like honest with it, or his so you can get a little unlucky with him, it feels like. But like obviously if you're just like unparalleled, if you're just a parry god, it's like doesn't matter. Yeah, that's the thing, is it like if you're doing her at low level, she's a lot tougher. If you're doing like if you're doing her right while you're in the wall, she's like way tougher. That's the thing. Is like if you're in the wall while you're fighting her. But if you're not in the wall while you're fighting her, she's like relatively easy. If you're like doing her in the natural progression point in the run, honestly, she's easier than Aldrich. I think Aldrich is harder. I think Aldrich is like a lot harder. I think Aldrich is like a huge mess to fight, actually. There's a boss that I really hate because of how many times I've been stuck on him. Uh-oh. Wrong spell. Yeah, you have to run from them. You have to run away from them. And then in second phase, it's even harder. You literally have to, like, stop locking on. You have to lock off of him and just run away. Just flee. Just be like, no, I'm not going to deal with this. And just run. Just run as fast as your little legs can carry you. And just keep running. And then he'll still fire at you while it's happening, I think. He's like a huge pain. Usually you don't want to get arrow. You actually don't. You want him to do a different attack than arrow most of the time. And there's like no solution to him arrowing. Finally. It only took 1 billion years. I'm gonna be old. Okay, now we get the fun part of the run. Oh, we're in the wrong direction. Now we have everyone's favorite part of the run. The part that is really awful. Yo, what's up? How you doing? Not too bad. It's a nice day here. I made some bread. I made some fresh gluten-free bread. And I got that's sitting on my counter. And I was gnawing on that earlier. It's really good. It's got some cinnamon and vanilla flavor in it, so it's really vanilla flavored. It has this very strong vanilla flavor to it. Really tasty. And I use the gluten-free Bob's Red Mill flour, which is kind of expensive for what you get. And then I used a little bit of coconut. Right now I have a little bit of coconut flour, so I'm adding. Oh, this is the last one. This is a +7 or Drangleic 8. So this is literally the last one. After this, we're actually done after this. And then I'll probably play Demon Souls after this. But yeah, this is the last one. We're done. We're almost done here. It's been months and months of this. Or it hasn't been months and months, but it's been a lot of this. It's been a lot of this, for sure. Yes, I know. I'm very excited. I'm very excited to finally be done. Well, I wouldn't say I'm very excited, but you know, it's how it is. At some point you gotta finish up. Okay. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do it this way. I have to kill the first one though, so I can open the door. Yes, thank you, thank you. I do think it is relatively impressive, for sure. I don't really think there's a lot of people who've done this, to be honest with you. I think there's probably plenty, but I don't think there's like tons and tons of people who've done this, who've gone through the trouble of doing this, because it's pretty involved. This has been a pretty involved process. Yep, probably, almost certainly. You nailed it first try, and then we'll come back for the key later, I guess. If I line it up correctly, it's not going to be an issue, but if I don't line it up correctly, it's going to be a problem. Ah, it's like it's butter. Uh-oh. Okay, I need to. Oh, fudge. Okay, no, I need to do this right. I did it wrong. I did that wrong. I did that really, really wrong. Because I need to have the sword, and then with the sword, I need to run inside the building, kill the red phantom, and then put on my bow and arrow, and then start sniping the guys. And that's what I need to do. That's how this needs to go. Oh, well, first I'm going to repair the Ring of Soul Protection. Yeah, we're going to do that jump. We're going to get that jump. I'm not going to clear this whole area out again. Like, I've had so much bad luck with it. And I know there's a way to do it right. But those enemies are so unfriendly. Those enemies are just so rough. That I'm not going to sit there and, like... Speaking of which, I need to switch to a lightning weapon, I guess? No, a dark weapon's fine. Dark weapon's fine. It's just Smelter Demon. We're good. And then I'll come back and I'll grab the key once I turn the fire off. Oh, I don't have a staff on. Oop. So we gotta fight this red phantom the old-fashioned way. Oop. Boom! Yeah, it's failure of execution there. Then we just start taking apart the enemies around it. Oh, he almost got me. Okay. Okay, so now we put on this our sexy hat, and our sexy shirt with the straw on it. See, ladies go crazy over the sexy shirt with the straw on it. Notice the bones and the straw on my shirt. Okay, where what is it? Oh yeah, bow. I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking. I don't know. I've never worn a shirt with straw and bones on it in my life, in real life. Maybe someday. Maybe I'll make this shirt for like a costume or something. Yeah, I guess I'm not joking. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I can't tell. To a certain extent. Okay. This way. Yeah, see, like, women go crazy for the bones and the straw shirt. So if you want to impress women, wear this to the club. Take some straw, some dirty old straw, some dirty old rotten straw, and glue it to like a bathrobe that's like tattered, like a black bathrobe that's like tattered, and then glue some like random bones on it. What kind of bones are these even? Where do these bones come from? What kind of animal has bones like this? Are these finger bones? Are they wing bones? I don't know. I don't know where you're gonna get bones like this, but glue them to the back of the shirt too. And make sure, yeah, and this is the real lady killer shirt or whatever. This is the new silk shirt or whatever. Bones and straw. Gotta get that bones and straw. Bones and straw look. Where exactly you're going to source these bones, though, I do not know, because I'm not sure what kind of creature has bones like this. I'm not sure what these joints are supposed to even do. What do these joints on the bones even do? Are they plastic? Is this like Halloween store stuff? Is that what's going on here? Did this guy just go to a Halloween store and find like fake bones and just glue them to the back of his shirt? I don't know. Yeah, of course, naturally. Women love t-shirts with, love bathrobes, tattered bathrobes with dirty straw on it. Use maybe whale, yeah, boy, good luck in whale ribs. That's a great idea, except that I'm not sure where exactly you'd get whale ribs even. Yeah, just use dolphin brains or something, dolphin meat. I guess you could do that too. I don't know. I'm not an expert on this stuff. But I'll tell you that, uh-oh. Come on, guys. Guys. Gentlemen, please. I like how this is like the most stressful part of the run. Okay, that worked, I guess. Just to kill the smelter demon. Man, my character's kind of hot even when undead. I don't know. DS2 for you. There's DS2. That's the magic of DS2 for you. You know? They're like... The DS2 devs were like, even when we're undead, we're still gonna look great. We're still gonna be cute. Wait. I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to think if this bit is like fine. Like, is this actually a good bit? Or am I like... I don't know. I'm trying to think here. I mean, because your character is weirdly cute when undead in this game. I don't know why. Your character, yeah, your character like is like a zombie. I think in DS1 it's pretty funny. You look like beef jerky in DS1. I do like that. Makes me hungry. I'm like, beef jerky. Yeah, I'm on. You look like a raisin. I love DS. I do love DS. Honestly, I think your character doesn't look that bad in DS3. Maybe I'm misremembering it wrong. Because you're all like evil looking or something. Wait, no, don't you look normal? Isn't the only way to look undead is to go hollow in DS3? I think we're confusing a bunch of different things. Oh. I think there's no hollow. I think there's no one. I think you actually look normal most of the time, right? In DS3? Because when you're embered, you're just glowy. So we're talking about hollowness, which is like an entirely different mechanic. When you're unembered, you actually look really good. Never mind, I'm actually wrong. DS3 is where you look the best. Yeah, oh no, only if you're hollow. Only if you have seals of hollowness or whatever. Only if you've talked to Yol a bunch, I think. Only if you've done like Yol's questline and stuff, right? Yeah. Yeah, so it's like a different mechanic entirely. Is what I'm saying. Yeah. It's a completely different mechanic. It has to do with Yol of Londor. Yol and Yuria. So your character actually looks normal most of the time. Oh god. Oh, for DS3. Dude, lucky guys playing DS3. Yep. Which you're kind of supposed to do anyway. Like, it literally is free levels. And if you're doing New Game Plus, they're really good, because it's even more free levels. Like, you actually really want those if you're doing New Game Plus. But if you're playing the game normally, they're not essential. So you're guaranteed, every cycle, you're guaranteed to level up 5 times, no matter how high level you are. So this is actually a really huge reward for going into New Game Plus in that game. I actually really like Yol of Londor. I think he's really cool. Is this guy weak to dark? Yeah, he's probably one of the more useful NPCs in that game, honestly. Depending on what you're doing. A lot of them kind of don't do much. Unless you're doing, like, whatever their specific thing is. Uh-oh. So, like, obviously, you really don't need pyromancies unless you're doing pyromancies. Yeah, Nameless King is easy once you get used to him. So Nameless King will be... You have to practice Nameless King. But he's actually really easy once you get used to him. Blatantly cheating, yes. Blatantly cheating. I'm blatantly cheating through sheer skill. And excellence. I'm blatantly cheating by using Denial. I think it was a long stream, a bunch of streams ago, I was like making a joke about Denial. And how great it is. And how, yes, I'm living in Denial. Yeah, that's pretty good, huh? Pretty funny. When you really think about it. Every day I'm living in denial. See, I got it right there. No, Caitlin's coming back. We're hella seeing Caitlin again someday. Caitlin is coming back. I like how you spelled her name right too. It's pretty good actually. That's straight up how you spell it too and everything. Yep. Someday we're gonna. You should stop turning the hip. Yo, you mean with my epic number of iframes, with my 116 agility? With my epic number of iframes? Or I guess there's one pursuer encounter here, isn't there? Yeah, so technically I could go fight the pursuer here if I wanted to, too. Do we need more dark orbs for this, actually? I tried no ADP, yeah. Like that one guy where it's like, you don't need any ADP at all or whatever. And I'm like, ADP is freaking amazing. Yeah, that might be a few dark orbs. We might have too many almost. But no, Caitlin's happening. Caitlin is 100% happening. That's a given. I'm gonna see Caitlin again. But obviously she needs to make... She's probably making 6 figures a year right now, actually. Like, honestly, I bet she's making 6 figures right now. She's making 6 figures a year. And then what she's gonna do is, once she's done in New York or whatever... Although, I guess rents in New York are really expensive, so... She's probably making a bunch... She's probably got stock options or whatever. And she's making 6 figures. And then when she comes back to Salt Lake City, it'll be like the best day of my life. But that's probably not gonna happen for a while. Plus, I got plenty of work to do, too. In the meantime. Yeah, because he has no ADP. He's like, let's just give that a shot. Uh-oh. Oh, fudge. Ah, come on. Ugh. I didn't run. I didn't jump over that gap, which I should have. Well, I mean, I explained after the fact that he's wrong, right? Like, I gave a message, and I'm like, that guy's just insane. Like, well, he's not insane or whatever, but like... No, Caitlin is 100% happening. Caitlin is on the ticket here. We're gonna see Caitlin again. I might be living in denial, but that's just so I can see Caitlin again. It's the most important thing. You know, this character is like, I can't die. Caitlin needs me. Oh. I still have so much... Yeah, I know, I did. But we'll get there. We'll get there. I need to actually hit the jump. Damn one. Oop. Ah. Bow and arrow. Wait. I don't know. It's kind of weird, yeah. I kind of wish the Smelter Demon dropped like the ring or something, you know? And then you could at least use it. But I guess so you can do like some, you know, flash sweat crap. You know, for like bad treasure. Or just like weird useless treasure. Well, you can, in DS3 you can block the lava. You're supposed to block the lava. You're literally straight up supposed to block the lava. Is how you're supposed to do in DS3. I don't know. I consider it maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I have the chops for that, to be honest with you. That seems like it'd be really difficult to do. Next up is Demon Souls, right? So I want to cover Demon Souls. A lot of people haven't covered Demon Souls. Because it's kind of hard to get working. Yeah, I don't know how the heck you're supposed to figure out that you literally block lava. Just block, yeah, just block the lava, you know? You know, it's like whenever you live near a volcano here, they're like, just tell you to just get a shield and block the lava, right? You know? It's like, haven't you ever, you've never went to Volcano Safety 101? You never did volcano safety in school? Just block the lava, dude. Just get like a big shield. A big metal shield and just like block all the lava. Duh. Yeah, just block the hurricane. That's another thing, exactly. You figured it out. Right there. You know, you live in Florida or something, just block the hurricane or whatever. Uh-oh. That's good to hear. Yeah, my aunt lives in Florida. But she lives on the Gulf side. She doesn't live on the other. But I think there's still hurricanes on the Gulf side? I don't know. I'm not an expert on Florida. Nice place, though. I've been to Florida many times. Very nice place. It's the sort of place I would prefer to live if I could. Because it's really tough here. This is a really tough place to live. Where I live. Not that it's like bad or anything, but it's a lot less nice in Florida for sure. Florida, it's like we were on vacation. One Christmas we went to Florida to see my aunt, right? And oh, the original one. I'm playing the original one for sure. I can't afford the remaster. Oh wow, you live in the Keys? Jeez. Wow, I've never met someone who lives in the Keys. That's really interesting, actually. So we actually went to Florida one year to see my great aunt, and the funny thing about it was like winter time. It was literally in the middle of winter time, and me and we're like not even wearing coats because it's only like 60 degrees. Well, you need the stupid console to go with it. You need the dumb console to go with it. You need the frickin' PS5 or whatever to go with it. And it's like I cannot possibly justify buying a PlayStation 5 just to play Demon Souls. Like, I love From Software. I love their games. They're really awesome. But I'm not going to pay $500 just to play that one game. It's just not happening. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying is we were literally walking around not even wearing coats at like 60 degrees. Because here in Salt Lake, you don't necessarily... Well, I actually do wear a coat when it's 60 degrees. But it's really not necessary. You don't have to. A lot of cases. So we're like literally not even wearing coats. And like everyone around us is wearing coats. And to us, it's like kind of warm actually. It really isn't that warm, but it's kind of warm for us. Like, it's warmer outside right now than it is in the dead of winter in Florida. But still. Yeah, I don't want to buy a PS5 if I can avoid it. So we're going to do original Demon Souls. I'll go over how that happens. Yeah, games, well, I mean, you know, it's just how it is. This is why I love indie games and PC games. And, like, why I like to play, like, DS2 and stuff is because, you know, it stays the same price no matter what. You know? It's still the same. So if you've never played DS, there's, like, almost no reason to buy a new video game when games like DS2 exist, in my opinion. Like, unless you've already played it. Yeah, I grew up with like a GameCube. So to me, like, games, I never play games when they're new, very rarely. Very rarely do I play games when they're new. Almost never, I'd say. But yeah, and I think especially nowadays where so I play like a lot of indie games too. Yeah, oh, Wii. Yeah. So I've never had a Wii. And Atari. You had an Atari? That's crazy, dude. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with consoles these days. So crazy. But I haven't had a console in years because I build my own computers and stuff. So I just don't even bother with consoles anymore. Maybe someday I'll get consoles again, but the problem is it's like if I buy a console, what game am I gonna play for it? You know what I mean? Like, I would need like several games to want to play. You know, like I would need like, you know, a game other than Demon Souls. You know what I mean? So I guess there's Bloodborne too, right? But then it's like, okay, well, so what other games am I playing on this thing? You know? It's like, I don't want to play COD Zombies or whatever. I don't want to play, like, you know, War Thunder. I don't want to play, like, Destiny. You know? So I'm not even sure what games these consoles kind of have. You know what I mean? I hate to admit. But I know there are games for them, like for Horizon Forbidden West and like Shadow War and stuff. But I just haven't gone through the trouble of figuring out. Yeah, Assassin's Creed, yeah. So I didn't grow up with those either. I knew people who had those games. Yeah. Like, I get that people grew up with those consoles, and so it's like, oh, like, Assassin's Creed is actually really great, and it's really fun. But, like, Tim, I didn't grow up with it. Yeah, I definitely think that, well, the only problem with consoles is those console exclusives, right? So even for the Nintendo games, where it's like you have to have the console to play Nintendo games, unless you're going to emulate. But I don't really like to emulate new games, just because usually the emulation is bad. And then B, I don't know. I draw a line somewhere where it's like I like to emulate old games, you know? Like I like to emulate like old games. You know, I like to emulate like, you know, like Pokemon Yellow. Like, that's fine to emulate. Nobody cares if you're emulating Pokemon Yellow, right? But like emulating a new game, like the newest Pokemon game, to me feels kind of weird. Yeah, so when I was a teenager, when I was that age, the console that was new was like an Xbox 360. Well, there is Bloodborne and Demon Souls Remaster, so I have to admit those. That's the main problem. It's literally like those two games specifically that I want really badly. Yeah, I guess this is new Halo games or whatever, but that doesn't really inspire me either. No, the game I really want is the game I really want to play is it's Demon Souls or Demon Souls Remastered and Bloodborne. So the fact that I've never played Bloodborne is like really lame. I would really like to play Bloodborne, but what happened was Sony drove a big pile of money up to From Software's house. They drove it to From Software with like this giant dump truck full of money, and they're like, "Hey, you're gonna make us a Souls game, and you're gonna make it Sony exclusive forever." And that's how Bloodborne got made. That's what happened to Bloodborne, and that's why Bloodborne is only PS. Is only PlayStation, because that's exactly what happened. That's 100% what happened. Which, like, is fine. I get it. It's business. It's just how it is. But it does annoy me, and it's not. I'm never gonna buy a console just to play Bloodborne. Like, I just literally, it just doesn't make sense. Like, I can't do it. If I had like infinity money, sure, but I don't. You know, so. Huh. A new PlayStation or whatever? I mean, I wish that, like, developers, like, it's one of those things where it's like Sony could just take a cut of the profits. Like, they could put it on PC after the fact, like 10 years later, and then Sony just takes a cut of the profits. And they probably would make a ton of money doing that, but they just don't want to, and it's what I don't understand. I don't understand how they can't just make a PC version and then just release it later, right? Because somebody's gonna buy, you know, the PlayStation day one, and when that day, and that person is gonna buy Bloodborne day one, and that's fine, right? And you're gonna get money out of that guy. And then there's a whole bunch of guys like me who really want to play Bloodborne but cannot justify buying an entire console just to play Bloodborne. And so these game developers, it feels like these studios and these companies are just lazy, because what they could do is Sony could just take a big chunk of the profits for releasing the game on PC. You know, they'd be like published by Sony on PC, you know, like 10 years later or something, or like 5 years later or whatever. And I would 100% buy it. I'd literally give them my money, no problem. I pay full price for it. I pay $60 for it. If they release Bloodborne on PC right now, I would pay $60 for it this instant. I would literally go online and buy it for $60 right now. But they just don't even, you know, they want all of my money. You know what I mean? They want the entire, they want all of it. They're sitting there saying, it's like, we want all of your money. We want you to buy an entire console you don't need and won't play just so you can play this one game. And it's like, I feel like they're leaving money on the table. I feel like they straight up could have gotten $60 out of me, and probably, honestly, like a million other people. Probably a huge number of people. And it's like how hard would it be to port the game to PC? How much extra money would that cost? Like, I mean, and I don't know, right? I'm not a game developer, right? I don't know. But it feels like the answer cannot possibly be that high. Like, it cannot possibly be that high to do. Like, it can't, there's no way that they're gonna lose money doing that. I find that impossible to believe. And so it's just, they're just losing money, I feel like. They're just straight up losing money. I mean, whatever. I mean, if you've already bought the console, you may as well buy the remaster. It's like, who cares? You know, like, I know what you're coming from. But that's the thing, is it's like, that's the only reason to buy that console. You know what I mean? Like, if you bought that console, and I get it, right? You can have Bloodborne on PlayStation for 10 years, right? No PC version for 10 years. Is it 10 years since Bloodborne came out? It's like, it's been like 10 years, hasn't it? Since Bloodborne came out? Or is it almost 10 years? I don't know. But yeah, they just release it 10 years later on PC as the PC Anniversary Edition or whatever, and then they get a quick cash in. They just like make a quick buck off PC players. But they didn't put in that work. I honestly feel like it's just bad. It's just suboptimal performance. Like, they straight up could have said, hey, we're going to port this to PC and rake in the money 10 years later. And that's like, to me, that's a perfectly fine, you know, compromise. Like, I don't hate that as like a compromise. I don't think it's like amazing. I'm not like excited for it. But to me, that's a perfectly valid compromise. To me, I'm like, yeah, just put it on PC later, you know?
Well,
But I guess Nintendo's never going to do that. But then again, whatever.
was
Nintendo's
attacked.
Nintendo. Who cares, right? It's like at least a Nintendo console costs like less.
Do you
Well,
have
not
any
anymore.
clothing that you could spare?
But there's a time when that was how it
Anything at all
was.
will do.
Oh, were there people making a Bloodborne PC port? Really? That's really interesting. So we're gonna give you the Mira hat, and then we're gonna give you the Desert Sorcerer's top. Do I have a pair of Desert Sorcerer's gloves? No. And then we're gonna give you mannequin gloves, I guess. Or no, yeah. Well, let's give you Shadow Gauntlets actually. And then we'll give you Royal Swordsman legs, Prisoner's Waistcloth. Yeah, whatever. Sure. This will look great.
Thank you. After I... But
Okay.
I'm going back. I hope... Be safe.
She's gonna look great this run. Hey, come on. We're having a little fun. It's last cycle. Why not? If this were cycle 1 or 2, I'd just toss any old piece of junk on her. I probably wouldn't even give her clothes, honestly. Yeah, she's great. She's great. I love her. Fun NPC to play with. Fun NPC to just goof around with. Kind of fun. I don't want to spend all day on. I'm not gonna go farm pieces of armor for her. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be out there farming something. But in the meantime, while I have the pieces of armor, it's kind of fun to do. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna see her again later. Whole segment. Yeah, we'll get them. These guys we can just run past. Actually, this is the one area that's DS1 and DS3. We can just run past these. Bye bye. And then I think What's Your Face is weak to fire. Yeah, it's a great game. I love DS2. I truly do love DS2. It's really good. Fire. We need fire for her. And we'll get Ornifex too, just cuz. While we're here. Sorry. I was thinking there for a second. Oh yeah, so DS2. I love DS2. But yeah, it'll be nice to move on to Demon Souls. I gotta think about how... I'm trying to think about... I'm trying to remember the process for Ornifex, because I haven't rescued her every single cycle. I've rescued her a good half of all cycles, so... Also, I'm kind of out of breath. That whole rant about Bloodborne really tired me out, actually. Uh-oh. But it's just how it is, If they really wanted me to buy Bloodborne, they'd find a way to make it happen. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's another one where it's been so long that they could have just put it on PC. Of course, to be fair, that game's old enough, though, that there might be programming issues with porting that to PC. But I feel like nowadays, there's no excuse. Well, actually, now that I think about it, what's so crazy about it is... You know how, there's those new games that come out and they're, really badly optimized? Like, Borderlands 4 comes out and it's, really, really, really badly optimized? Maybe that has something to do with it, as much as I hate to say it. Maybe they, legitimately cannot. You know what I mean? Maybe they would love to put those games on PC, but it's, actually really hard to do. You know what I mean? Because of, the way, PC optimization and stuff. So I guess I could believe that. Stupid Cyberpunk 2077 and crap like that. And, Borderlands 4, where it's, really badly optimized. So now that I think about it, maybe I did. Yeah. Basilisk's more dangerous than Smelter Demon, it turns out. Who could have guessed? Who could have guessed? The Basilisk is a more deadly foe than the Smelter Demon. And I don't even know the key either. I need to get it. Up ahead here. Yeah, but I don't know, you know. I think they don't want to admit that optimization has been a problem in the games industry. I think they're like afraid to admit that like optimization has like been a problem. And that we've had serious optimization problems in the last couple of years with new games. And it's like apparently the console versions aren't even doing any better, which is the crazy thing. You know, you think the console versions would be really good. But no, that's not even that's not true. Uh-oh. Oh. And we denial up. Denial once again does all the heavy lifting for us. Oh, you know what? I need to do Pate's quest line. That's what we were going to do. That we were going to do Pate's quest line here. We were straight up going to do Pate's quest line. We need to do Pate's quest line. That has to happen. We need to go talk to those NPCs and do their dumb crap. We need to go do Pate's thing. Talk to Pate. Let me talk to this guy first. What up, homeboy? And then we'll go rescue Ornifex. And then we'll go do Pate's quest line, I think. Because we need to talk to him. We need to talk to Creighton.
Thank you for it.
Okay. Fragrant branch of yore. Yeah, we'll go do Pate's. Because we need the rune gauntlets. The rune braces or whatever. I forgot about that. I like totally forgot about that. Can you even upgrade them? I don't know. Whatever. We'll talk to Pate. Because we're coming up on that fast. Who should I side with? Should I side with Pate or Creighton? I think I'm going to side with Pate this time. But we'll see. Ah, who are you? Who's this guy? Who the heck is this guy? I love them both. They're really awesome characters, both. I identify with Creighton here, to be honest with you. Creighton's the guy I identify with. Pate, I'm not so keen on. Pate kind of makes me mad, but maybe I'll side with Pate just because I think he's a smoother talker. Like when I was a kid and stuff, and I was doing that quest line, I'm like, oh, I like Creighton. Like Creighton was my guy, so maybe we'll do Creighton. I think Pate wins. Actually, we'll see who wins. We'll see who's gonna win before we side with one of them. We'll see who wins.
Hello
On New
there.
Game Plus 8.
Well, oh,
Yeah.
Um.
Okay. So I think we won't do Nevland, but we'll do these two. No, well, I'm actually not. We're gonna see who wins. But you have to help one of them to get the key. I think you might be able to get the key off of their body. I don't know. But I'm gonna follow the quest line to the best of my ability, just in case. I don't want to lose out on the key, obviously, because that would be pointless. That would obviously just like make no sense.
Well, I hope that brave. Be careful out there. Oh, it allowed with. Well, I hope. Be.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go talk to what's his face in Undead Lockaway, and then we'll talk to Pate in Earthen Peak. Where even is he? He's in like a really annoying spot to get to, too, isn't he? And then we should have the pump primed. Once I talk to him in, once I talk to Creighton in Shaded Woods, we should have the pump primed.
You've set me free. The cheeky prick. I am. I've heard this land was full of Dane. I joined forces with a man on the way. He took the first chance in. I decided to set a trap for him here. I can't believe that I was so dense. You be careful of it. He wears this rather unusual ring. I've seen his type before. I'm sure I won't be his last victim. He's a slick talker. Pate. And don't you... Oh, fine. Pate. And... Oh, fine.
Okay. Yeah, I like Creighton, personally. I like both of them. I think they're some of the more interesting characters in the series, actually. So we need to talk to Peyton Earthen Peak, right? Where is he? How do I get to him? Fair enough. Even though he drops that really sick axe. Even though he drops that, like, insanely sick axe. It's, like, really cool. So you hate him even though he drops that really sick axe? That really awesome axe that everyone loves in this game? I mean, I don't want to, like, accuse you of being ungrateful, but... I mean, I'm just saying, he does do something really cool. When you think about it. Oh. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, he's, you know, you gotta work for it, you gotta earn it, you know? But he does do something for you, right? And it's not like you only get to fight him one time or something. He keeps coming back until you get him. So, I like him. I think he's actually a really fun character. Oh. The painted. Which do you mean the Red Phantoms? Or I think none of them invade you when you're not embered. Actually, I think that's not true. I think they only invade you when you're embered. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong about that, but I don't remember a single one. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. I think maybe it's New Game Plus or something. So they hit, like, their stamina damage or whatever is, like, way higher. I don't know. Or their poise damage or whatever is, like, significantly higher. Because that seemed weird to me, too. I'm like, what's going on with that? Did you? Because as far as I know, it shouldn't be possible. You're saying it's true. I don't know. But I don't think that's ever happened to me. I'm like 9... Wait. Am I wrong? I'm trying to think this through. Because maybe you're right, but I just don't remember it. Or something. Oh, that guy. Okay, is that guy never... That guy can invade you when you're unembered? Really? I've never been... yeah, I haven't thought about that. So if that guy's the exception, that's the exception. Yeah, it's the guy right before Midir. Or right before the end of the DLC, right? Yeah, okay. I mean, if that guy... Yeah, as far as I know, that's the only one, though. If that guy can, it's the only one. But for some whatever reason, I don't think that's... I think you do still have to be embered for even that guy? I don't know. It's been a while. Yeah. Yeah, we're talking about the same guy. We know which... Yeah, we know which NPC you're talking about. Oh, fudge. Come on, game. Ugh. Just ridiculous. Can you believe these guys? Can you freaking believe these guys? Yeah, that guy. Yeah. He Sekiro'd me. He Sekiro'd my ass. For sure. That guy 100% Sekiro'd my ass. I was just chilling and he stabs me. Can you believe that? How dishonorable. That guy deathblowed me from behind. Oh, I killed Genichiro, by the way. I straight up killed Genichiro. Like, I 100% just killed Genichiro. Yesterday, I think. I just put in like one more, I put in like a handful of more attempts and I just straight up killed him. Uh-oh. So probably we'll do Sekiro sometimes. That'd that I wrecked Genichiro. Oops. Yeah, and I didn't even go to Hirata Estate or Corrupted Monk either. So I feel pretty good. I'm pretty confident about myself now. Yeah, we probably will have a Sekiro stream sometime in the near future. Okay. Well, it's gonna be a while, anyway. Because Demon Souls is gonna take me a while. I'm gonna be playing Demon Souls for a long time. Oh, there he is. There's the surprise guy. So, because I need to master Sekiro. I still have a lot of work left to do on Sekiro. So it's not like I'm going to play it tomorrow or anything like that. Unlike Demon Souls, where I've kind of done all the work already. I'm sorry. But I gotta play something. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll move on ahead. We'll carry on. Yeah, I'm sorry. It has to be Demon Souls next. But the good news is Demon Souls will be really fun. I'll have fun. That's what kind of matters a little bit, I think. I think that's a big part of it, is me having fun, definitely. That'll help pretty tremendously. Yeah, I figure I mean, it's just like I gotta. I would love to say that I could like hold that game off until after you've beaten it, but there's no way I can do that. I gotta get those gameplay hours in. Gotta work it through. It's my duty. It's my solemn duty. But the good news is, you'll probably at least maybe it'll inspire you to actually play the game finally. Maybe you'll see me play it and be like, wow, this looks so much fun. Maybe I'll play it now. So you got to give me that. That probably that's what's really gonna happen. Okay, so is he right here? Yes. Okay, cool. What up, brother?
Well, there's treasure this way. I don't quite have the... I don't...
Ah, okay, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Have you played Bloodborne? Or no, you haven't played Bloodborne, right? Someday I'll play Bloodborne too. That's a while away though, unfortunately. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, because those are all the Xbox ones. Those are all the ones on Xbox, right? Is the idea. That makes sense. Yeah, the Xbox One is for the 360, right? That's so crazy to think that Xbox One is for the 360. I'm like blown away. Oh, come on. Come on. No, why did I fall for that? No, why did I fall for that? It's gonna be so much work to get back through there. What do I even have on me? Oh. It's fine. It's gonna be so much work to get back through there. I like knew that was gonna happen too. Well, I think I'd forgotten. Oh, hey, wait a minute. We can do this. Okay, cool. Never mind. I didn't even know we could do this. Okay, cool. So yeah, we just snipe them all off the things. Yeah, Dark Trolls 2, exactly. It's always darkest before the troll. Pate's all like, "Hey, go this way, buddy," and then immediately I get mogged by some freaking guy. Look at that, just absolutely incredible. Just brazen design, brazen trickman design. They're tricking me. They're playing a funny trick on me. But not anymore. Not anymore. I got their number this time. Yeah, I'm getting gotcha'd for sure. That's exactly what's going on here. They're putting me in little capsules and they're selling to me for a quarter. And the idea being is you collect them all. I'm getting gotcha'd. That's right. They're gonna make a mobile app where I'm in a bikini. And they're gonna have like a lottery that you have to do. I'm getting gotcha'd. That's right. That is exactly correct. They're gonna have like a horse racing app where you do the slot machine stuff for the 5-star Delve game guides in a bikini. And people are gonna spend their life savings on that. And that's what's gonna happen. Oop. That's exactly what's gonna happen. Yeah. Fortunately, where you know, I'm a real musclehead. That's kind of my deal. But maybe we'll play safe here instead of acting the fool. Oh. Yeah. Slurp. Yep, but I want this item. We gotta get this moving along. I do want this item pretty bad. There he is. Look at him. He's right there. Look at him. Just look at him. Yeah, I see you, buddy. There we go. No. And I don't even need the items here. Forget them. Or is that lightning spear or something? It's like something weird, yeah. Whatever. Okay, Pate. Pay up, buddy. Oh, he gives you a spear here, too.
Well, there's treasure this way. I don't... Well, there's...
Oh, yeah, do I need to actually loot the treasure? Yeah, menacing. Yeah. He's just standing there. Menacingly. Or what is it, the what's the name of the villain? What's the name of the episode? Or what's the joke? Is it's the maniac? Yeah, the maniac. He's just standing there.
Well, perhaps in any... for instance... No, the poor bloke. You be careful. You be careful.
Okay. I don't know. Why would there be a guy here? Did he walk past the enemies, or I don't know. It's kind of weird, yeah. But I guess he's got a big shield and a spear, so he's actually probably doing okay. Like I believe he could get. Pate seems like capable. Pate seems like a capable guy to me, personally. I see Pate and I'm like, this guy can handle himself. So maybe that's the idea. Do I have? Okay, cool. Now I just gotta fight this boss. Oh, wait, he's here? This one? Can't remember which. There he is, yeah. Wow, good memory on me, huh?
Don't you... That... Oh... For the good, I won't let that... For the good, I won't let...
Do I just die here or no? Okay, cool. Where am I? Right here. Okay. Denial, and we just flame weapon. He's guarding something, I think. I think there's like a path that way that he's guarding. The Grave Warden. But I don't know. Okay, got that. Juice it up. Flame weapon up. She's weak to fire. Don't use denial, Delve. You might actually kill the boss that way. Don't be a poor sport. Honestly, I probably could go Sacred Oath on some of these bosses. It would be fine. Uh-oh. Sometimes the boss just like doesn't hit. Flame weapon back up here. We just gotta kill Royal Rat Authority. I might actually get through all. I might get through all 4 lords in this stream. At this rate. I might be on my way to Dranglight Castle before the end of this, which will be pretty impressive. Sweet. Yep. Put my ring on. She's like not as good a boss as Quelaag in my opinion. She's like a much worse boss in my opinion than Quelaag. I much prefer Quelaag as a boss. I think she's a much more interesting boss. Although Quelaag's kind of annoying because she can like really, like depending on where she puts lava and stuff, she can really goof you up. But Najka, her hitboxes are weird, her hurt boxes are weird. She does weird stuff. I don't know, I don't really like Najka, I have to admit. She's not a bad boss or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. But she's definitely not my favorite boss, for sure. Okay, we go Ring of Soul Protection here. We denial up. And we just run past. Just gauntlet our way through this. There's like no easy way to deal with this, and it's fine. Oh, come on, dog. No, no, not the doggo. Ah. Maybe I need to go for the rocks. That's the fun part of Quelaag. I love that. I love that part of Quelaag. I like how just like, yeah, she's just boobies. She's got a human body boobie part for no reason. Why exactly? I don't know. Nobody explains it. They don't explain it. There's no lore reason. I guess there is, because she's like a daughter of chaos, so she's like cursed for something. I think it's fun too. But I think it's fun. I think I like a little bit of that from my bosses. It's kind of fun. I think as long as it's like done in a way that's like, it's like chill, it's like cool. It's fine. I think there's a way to have bosses like that wrong for sure, but I think in these games it's fine. Just a nice little fun little surprise for you. Yeah, so for kings, there's a couple things you can do. You can poise boys them. So you can do like, there's a set of stone armor somewhere in Darkroot Garden, and you can equip that and try that. My general recommendation would, for meeting Kaith, would be to make sure you have a +10 ready, locked and loaded. There's no reason not to have a +10 if you're going that direction. Okay? So just do yourself a favor and have a +10, and then just like Gold Pine Resonant or something. And then you want to be close to them. You want to like hug them, basically. Unless they do the grab attack or the explosion, you want to be like right on them, like hugging them. And you also want to have as much armor on as you can. So you can poise boys them and have have fat roll armor on and stuff like that and win that way. Or you can win by I need to repair the shoot. Ah. We gotta repair the ring. Oh, oh, okay. You're doing something wacky. Yeah, that's actually really... If you're doing something wacky, it's a lot harder. Yeah, so you can try magic defense, but if you're doing that, it's going to be harder for you. You're going to have a harder time doing that. Because you're not going to be able to get your hands on... You're also not going to be able to get your hands on Sunlight Blade either. When you really need Sunlight Blade. Magic Barrier is good, though. But I would, like, I don't know. I would consider putting on, like, a +10 weapon or something. And just, like, Gold Pine Resonating it or something like that, even. Because that's a tough boss. That is a tough boss for it to be fighting that way. Like, you're really... You've done yourself a hard time. Like, the reason... Like, going to that boss first, you need the +10, I think. I don't know if Divine... Because what do you have? A Divine +6 or something? You're only like magic. You're a Divine +6, right? Or Divine +5 or whatever, right? Or Divine or what is? I can't remember where it caps out. Yeah. So, like realistically, if you wanted to do things that way, you should go to Tomb of the Giants. But you shouldn't go to the Tomb of the Giants because Tomb of the Giants sucks and is bad. So those are your choices, right? You can either go +10 and then just like buff it or something, or you can go to Tomb of the Giants and be miserable. And that's kind of the issue. So you've kind of put yourself into a really nasty spot there. In my experience. But it's possible. I guarantee you 100%. No, Crescent Ox is also bad too. That will not help you at all. That will not help you at all. Crescent Axe is also bad. Like, what you're doing right now is 100% possible, but it's not going to be easy no matter what. There's no, like, easy... Oh, shoot. There goes my souls. I should probably... Let me try to stay close to the wall. I just lost, like, 30,000 souls. Because I didn't repair my stupid ring. You could do that, but the problem with doing that is so you're kind of doing two different challenge things at once, right? Does that make sense? You're like doing early Four Kings, and then you're also doing a Faith character, and you're talking about like early Catacombs and early Tomb of the Giants, right? Like you kind of got to pick one to a certain extent. You've put yourself in a pretty troubling position. Or a position that I would find very difficult to fix. But my advice at this point is just kill the Four Kings. Do whatever it takes to kill Four Kings at this point. If you really want to know how to do this, how to actually like move forward here, probably what you should do is just like go get a big heavy suit of armor like the stone armor in Darkroot Garden, and then just like try that with like healing miracles, with like regeneration miracles, and then just like tank through the bosses. But your damage is kind of low. Like, straight up, your damage is kind of low to be fighting Four Kings. Like, usually you want high damage. At that point, like, normally what I would do is I'd have a character with, like, 30 or 40 strength or dex, and then I'd have a +10 weapon in your position if I'm fighting those bosses. So, I mean, experiment around with armor and regeneration spells, but if you're fighting more than one king at a time, you're already in trouble. But that doesn't mean it's impossible. It is totally possible. But that's what I would consider putting on some armor. Yeah, so there's a big heavy suit in Darkroot Garden? Or it's in the second half of Darkroot Garden. So you'll need to okay. You'll need to go to oh, come on, please. Do you have Darkmoon Blade? Do you really have... How do you have Darkmoon Blade? Oh, you do... Okay, oh, okay, yeah. So get Sunlight Blade. Yeah, get Sunlight Blade. Go +10 and get Sunlight Blade or Darkmoon Blade. That's what you got to do. Yeah. So you should be able to get Sunlight Blade and not get the Lord Vessel, right? Or I think you could even kill Ornstein and Smough if you wanted to. I think, because I think it's when you return the Lord Vessel to Frampt. It's not when you get the Lord Vessel. Is when you're locked into Kaith. So yeah, you could go to Anor Londo and kill Gwendolyn. It'd be tough. It's going to be tough to do. But you can absolutely do that. That's another option you have. 100%. So that's what I do, yeah. Go to +10, get Sunlight Blade. Fight him again. Come back. Do it again. Going to the Tomb of the Giants is basically not going to help you at all, probably. I mean, you'll get Wrath of God, but that's not going to... Well, I don't know. There's no way to restore spellcast, so probably not. Probably Wrath of God is not going to be the solution for you. Now we go. That one. Okay, so, and then we're also gonna do. We're gonna try Chaos Blade here. Yeah. So I recommend, though either that or Sunlight Blade. I don't even recommend Darkmoon Blade. Don't even bother getting Darkmoon Blade. Just get Sunlight Blade. Darkmoon Blade is like the ultimate meme weapon. It's like the ultimate meme miracle. And then you can also try armor, like I said too, while you're at it. Definitely, I'm sure you could do it with +7. I'm 100% certain that you could do it with +7. With a +7 holy. But you probably want armor, like I said. Yeah, the magic resistance miracle. Yeah, it reduces their damage by like a lot, actually. For some of those really annoying spells. 100%. So yeah, do yourself a favor. So I go in this order, okay? Go in this order of things to do. Try armor. Oh, really? What spell is it? What spell? Because I want to know. I want to know what spell you're talking about. Oh, really? Oh, because the monsters blow up, right? I think that's kind of a meme. No offense, I think that's a little bit of a meme. Like, maybe it's okay, but just kind of a meme. I don't think that's that crazy, actually. For some reason, I didn't have Denial on either. I don't think I have it. Maybe I do? We'll find out. Soul Appease. Isn't it a light miracle? Oh, I can buy it from What's-Her-Face. Yeah. Well, it doesn't... no, let's try it. Wait, where is it? I might be confused. I'm confusing it with the other one. The one that Stone Treader Cloan sells. I think we're talking about different spells here. Oh, okay, no, there is one. There's a copy on Cloan. Cloan does sell a copy, yeah, actually. Yeah, we'll give it a shot. We will give that a shot. That sounds good to me. We'll 100% give that a shot. I don't know why it would work against this enemy, but whatever. Not my problem. Like, if it works, it works. We'll try it out. Yeah, I will.
Speak.
I'll even give you a credit in the video. I'll be like, Soul Appease.
No.
I'll mention that. But we'll see. I'm not gonna, like... We'll see. I might call it a meme. I might in 2 seconds here be like, oh, it's actually a huge meme, and not at all really good against this boss. Because we're at +8, so... That's one thing I should mention, right? Is like... Soul Appease. Where is it? Where is it? Why is it not appearing on my list? Hello? I literally just... Oh, there it is. Okay. Well, let's find out. Let's... Grateful to you for telling me, for cluing me into that. Yeah, like I said, so for you, start with the armor. And then if that doesn't work, go kill Gwendolyn. And then if that doesn't work, I guess you can go to the Tomb of the Giants or something. You can do all kinds of wacky stuff at that point. Let's try this. Oh, it's bad. Okay. Yeah, it's bad. Sorry. I'm sorry, it's bad. It's bad, unfortunately. Because it doesn't cleanly one-shot them anymore. It doesn't cleanly one-shot them anymore. Well, so maybe if I had Dragon Chime, it would be better. Yeah. So with one Pyromancy, I can clear them all out. No problem. So yeah. Yeah, it was. It really was. Thank you. I'll mention it probably still. Let me write that down. But But you can also use hexes for these guys too. You actually have a lot of options for these. There's a bunch of hexes that are fine too. One sec. Rhizome, roots, soul, appease. Boom. Okay, cool. Yeah. There's a bunch of there's like hexes and stuff you can use too for them, and it's okay. But no, so we go back to Fire Tempest here. I think Fire Tempest is more than good enough for these. I could probably even use like Great Chaos Fireball or something and it'd be okay. Oh, come on. I think maybe if I had a different setup, it would be okay. If I had a slightly different setup, it might work. It might have worked, actually. There. So, it's not entirely Soul Appease's fault. Because I don't have the right... I don't technically have the highest damage chime. So maybe if I had Dragon Chime, fully upgraded Dragon Chime, it might have worked. But these enemies are also weak to fire, too. So, that's another component of it, I think, maybe. Let's try the heavy attack. Oh, okay, okay. That's just fine, isn't it? Yeah, look at that. That's just fine and dandy, actually. Uh-oh. Well, the slowness of it is not filling me full of joy, but... Nice, good meaty hit there. There we go. Sweet. Oh. No, that's if this were New Game Plus 0, that would be amazing. If this were New Game Plus 0, it would have one-shot them, no problem. So yeah, I can see the value in Soul Appease there. So I'll probably mention it. I'll probably mention it in the video. And I'll be like, yeah, Soul Appease might work if you have the right setup. There's a bunch of hexes you can use there too. You can use Darkstorm or Scraps of Life, and that will also work against those too. So you have plenty of options for that too. But they're weak to fire. So so this is, as far as I know, it's really easy to just Fire Tempest and kill them no problem. In my experience. Very, 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 very easy. Okay, wait. Where are we going? Yeah, we gotta go kill the boss. Yeah, okay, there's two more, yeah, there's two more bosses. Come on. That'll like one-shot at me if he hits me. I honestly feel like I could have used Soul Appease every other cycle, but this one, and it would have been fine, probably. I probably would have one-shot them last cycle, so I will mention it. And then like I said, I can eke out a little more damage with Dragon Chime if I really had it. If I was really committed to miracles, I could do it. But realistically, I don't think there's really a use to go. I think Dragon Chime is very terrible. Me and the other guy were talking. Me and Unbeatable Sheep were talking about this earlier, about how Dragon Chime is really bad because it's a miracle casting tool that's like hard to get, and so it's like what even, you know. Let's see here. Those. Yeah, we could use. I mean, I could use it against this boss too. But honestly, I don't even think it's good against this boss. I'm going to be very honest with you. I don't even think Soul Appease would be good against this boss. I think it's like really tough to argue with Dark Orb. It's like Dark Orb casts so fast, and it's so efficient that I just don't think that even Soul Appease would be good against this boss up ahead. Because I think Soul Appease affects this guy too. I wonder if I can urine these. Can I urine these guys, actually? Probably. It's actually probably what I'm supposed to do. But the problem with urinating them is I have to deal with Freya afterwards. Dukes to Freya, yeah. So... it may not be the most efficient way. Because I have to despawn her after this, too. Ow. It's a nice little touch that they apply curse damage. Like, it doesn't actually do anything, but... because you're never gonna get cursed by these enemies, like, ever, in a billion years, right? But it's like some, you know, it's like, you know, their weapons are dark for some reason, you know? Like, it has something to do with, like, harvesting the rocks or something. So it kind of, like, makes sense. You're kind of like, oh, that's some fun little world building. You know, and it's not even really like super complicated to do from a design perspective, you know, like they already have the mechanism to have weapons be enchanted, so it's just like a cool little effect that they get for just like having, you know, so I do like that. That's another really great thing this game does, I think. It's kind of minor, right? It's like a little tiny minor thing. Where you don't think like, oh, like this is like super important, but I think it like adds a lot, actually. Boom. Okay. Soul of Bray Warrior. Okay. Okay. Let me just run back. Take a sip of tea. And just wait for it to despawn. Come on. They say that you can get damage on her here, but as far as I know, it's never worked. That's what they say. They say like, oh, you can get damage on her here, but it's never worked for me. It seems like it's literally never worked for me. I don't know why. I'm not sure if there's some like rule or caveat to it, but fighting her here has never made sense to me. Because especially considering the boss is just not that reasonable. Okay, and then yeah. Just gotta kill this boss. Ugh. This like meme-tacular boss, super meme-tacular boss, super like goofily meme-tacular, like kind of just like nothing, but that's okay. We'll kill the spider after this. Ow. These enemies hit really hard too. It's a funny thing. Not all of them. I'm talking about like the goofballs. These guys. These guys actually hit really hard. Some of them. Just dark orbit a little bit. Uh-oh. That stung. So they get for taking them like fools. Also, they broke all their benches. What are they going to sit on now? Now that all their benches are broken. Can you believe that? Uh-oh. I'm like cooked. This is straight cooked. Never mind, apparently not. Oh, sort of. Well, let's just pick off some of these small ones. Ah. Okay. Okay. Oh. One more. Where? That is pretty funny. But I mean, you know, yeah, so you have like a mega pastor or something. You have like one of those mega pastors. So instead of the Cathedral of the Deep, it's like Christian televangelist hour or something at one of those mega churches. Oop. And we're cooked. They're cooked. The good old Cathedral of the Deep. I do love the Cathedral of the Deep. It's really cool. One of my favorite areas, actually, in that game. Well, I wouldn't call it one of my favorite, but it's really funny. It's at least a really cool area. Okay, so we're going to... Oh, we still need to do the quest line for them, too, don't we? We still gotta help these gentlemen out, solve their interpersonal squabble. Okay. Repair that. And equip it. Okay. So, correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, now I may not be... I'm not like a math genius or anything like that, but... so if we go to Undead Refuge here... Oh, that's a tough one. That's a really tough question. Shulva's really cool. Shulva's really cool. I really like the depths, actually, weirdly. For whatever reason, I'm into the depths. Ooh. Oh, he only sells one. Okay, never mind. So, never mind. I was thinking there. Because if you could buy infinite of those from him, that would be really good. But you can't. You only get one. You only get one of those rings. So you may as well get the fancy one. The one with the green gem. But yeah, back to your question about my favorite area. I think Brightstone Cove Tildora is really cool too. It's a really frustrating area, but it's a really cool looking area. I think Cathedrals of the Deep is really cool. I think Ringed City is really pretty. I think it's like a really underrated area in terms of appearances. So I like that. Okay, whatever. Just get me out of here. I like let's see who wins. Let's watch. Let's like decide at the last minute here. Or I think we have to choose faster. I think if we don't help one of them, we lose fast. So we're just gonna help Creighton. I'm sorry, Pate. I'm sorry, Pate. We're gonna help Creighton here. I think I said we were going to help Creighton, Pate, but he happened to be on the wrong side of this fight, yeah. Or he happened to be in the spot that was more convenient for me. You don't like Pate? Fair enough. It's understandable.
Serves you right. I did it.
I did it.
Thanks for your help. He was no pushover. Here, take this and go to my butthole down the way.
Okay.
What's there is yours.
Sweet.
Just a small token of appreciation.
Heck yeah, brother.
Here.
There's the stuff.
You did me. You did me.
Okay, cool. Awesome. It's Patrick Creighton. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he kind of is like that, isn't he? Kind of has that vibe to him, doesn't he? Very much. Patrick Creighton, yeah. There you go. That's good. That's good. That's clever. I didn't even think of that. But we have to help him out because he happened to be in the position that was farther away from me. Or he happened to, yeah. So basically, I actually kind of wanted to help Pate. I like his smooth talking ways. You know. You could say I'm gay for Pate. Man, that was bad. Wow, jeez. That was bad on lots of levels. God, that was just... Does anyone even get the joke? Ah, it's just awful. Oh, that was just the worst joke I've ever told in my entire life. See, the joke is it the phrase gay for pay? Yeah, the phrase is gay for pay, right? Like you're in gay films or something for money, right? Gay for pay, but I'm gay for Pate. Or wait, no, I killed Pate. What? Or no, but I do like Pate. Yeah, I like Pate though. Yeah. So that's probably the worst joke I've ever told. I probably shouldn't even have told that joke. That's like way over the line as far as like a family show is concerned. Like I just shouldn't have said that at all. But you know, whatever. We'll just go with it. We'll run with that. Man, that was a bad. Whoa, God. I don't think I've ever told a worse joke in my entire life. On just every level. And every level that was a bad joke, too. It wasn't just like kind of like a bad... Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, there you go. That's how it is. Okay, let's get out of here. Where are we going? That's not that bad a score. Well, that joke was uniquely terrible as far as like a joke is concerned. That was like a uniquely bad. It was like a uniquely lame, like loud, like it's just lousy in quality. It's like it doesn't even meet my standards of quality. You know, like I could say something funny, and that wasn't one of the things. Like the humor comes in how bad a joke that was, and that's never a good sign. Like if your joke is so bad that it's funny, how bad a joke it was, it's probably not a very good joke. But there you go. I mean, that's how it is. That's how life is for you. Sometimes. kind of chuckling about it. But very, 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 very bad. Like, I don't mean bad necessarily in like an inappropriate way. I mean just bad. I mean like it's just the worst pun. Like a full-blown pun. Like, it's like, you know you're in trouble when your joke is a pun. That's usually a bad start. That's almost always dead on arrival as far as like jokes go. Like, you're already in the negative even starting with that. Oh, come on. Oh, you dumb game. You're already in sort of negative points for that. Yeah, it's like really bad. It's like really, really unbelievably stupid. Like just shockingly dumb. So it's a pun, which is probably like again the cardinal sin. Oh, it's preventing me from losing my souls or losing my humanity. But I have to repair it every time it breaks. Every time I die, it breaks, and every time it breaks, I have to repair it. So it's inconvenient, but theoretically relatively powerful. Yeah, it's a pain to find. It's a pain to obtain. But once you do have it, it's really good. Yeah, Unbeatable Sheep clued me into it. He was like, "Yeah, it's out there. Go get it." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll get it." Yeah. I didn't even know about it for a long time until Unbeatable Sheep was telling me about it. And so it's like really bad in New Game because getting 14,000 souls is actually really hard to do. But if you're playing New Game Plus, it's like really insanely shattered. Uh-oh.
I'll leave a nasty scar.
Oh, wrong one. Shoot. It's the iron chest, of course. Yeah. We can fight the boss here too. Yeah. It's completely broken. 100% it's broken, but it's okay. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. Uh-oh. We'll just kill the boss. It'll be nice and easy. Yeah, so straight up kind of low-key broken. I don't know why I didn't know about it until now. Well, it's just how it is. Tanky bastards. Or whatever. Tanky spider people. However you want to put that. Again, man, I just need to keep this a family show. You know, this should be a family show. There should be families sitting around the campfire watching Delve Game Guides play Dark Souls 2. You know, that's the audience that I want to cultivate. I want moms and dads to be like, you know what, that Delve Game Guides, he's all right for my kids. You know, I want to attract a Zoomer crowd. That's what I want. I want Zoomers watching my show. I want small children watching my show. I want to be a Minecraft YouTuber, I guess, apparently. And Roblox. I'm delusional, apparently, and want to be a Minecraft Roblox YouTuber, as opposed to a Soulsborne YouTuber. Oop. Oh. Yeah, Zoomers. You know Zoomers. Kids in, like 6th graders or whatever. I don't know. I don't even know what that even means anymore. My audience is obviously supposed to be 12-year-olds, and you're just never gonna get that kind of audience with those kind of jokes, man. Because mom and dad are gonna watch and be like, I don't like this Delve Game Guides guy. He made a really terrible joke, like a really abysmally bad joke, like a 0 out of 10 joke on the Joke-O-Meter. You know, they'll be giving me negative reviews on those family websites. Like, Delve Game Guides is an R-rated content creator because every once in a while, he makes a really off-color joke for no reason. And that's what they'll say. That's what they'll say about me on those family websites. He seems like a decent fellow, but then every once in a while, he'll make a really off-color joke for no reason. And that's what's going to happen. They're going to take away... I'm not going to be invited to the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards. They're not going to let me be on the orange carpet, or whatever. They're not going to cover me in slime and give me an award for best content creator or whatever. Which, of course, they're going to give to, like, Mr. Beast or something, naturally. I'm not even going to be in the running. They're going to put me in a... They're not even going to see, and this is what I give up by making that joke. This is what I lose. This is what I stand to lose. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Zoomers are 12? I don't know. Zoomers are 10? Zoomers are 100? I don't know. I don't even know what's going on anymore. I can't keep track of this stuff. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'm 30. I'm literally 30 years old. So if you've ever wanted to meet an old man, congratulations, here I am. No, actually, you know what? I shouldn't apologize for the gay for paid joke. That was actually pretty good. Retrospectively, it's growing on me. I think that's actually really funny. I think that was actually a really, 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 really funny joke. It requires context. Like, you have to know the game to get it, and you have to like know what I'm doing in the game to get it. But that's like really funny, actually. I actually won the internet with that one. It was ribald. It was crass and ribald. But boy, was it at least a joke of some kind. But yeah, like I said, Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards is not going to happen for me, I don't think. I don't think they're going to invite me to the Kids' Choice Awards this year. I don't think Minecraft is going to have me on. I'm not going to be on the Minecraft live update show or whatever with Charlie, with Moist Critical or whatever, with a joke like that. So I don't even know anymore. I guess I'm technically a millennial. I don't know. Considering I was 5 in 90, 5 in 99. I don't know. An extremely old Zoomer. But I'm also like a... I don't know. I can't keep track of this stuff. You're gonna get a Grammy for that joke. I probably will get a Grammy for that joke. They probably will give me a nice... They'll probably give me a bunch of dollars for that, actually. Never mind. Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe I'll get an award and they'll invite me to like an adult award show. Like the Grammys or whatever. I'll get my Golden Globe for making that joke. They'll like play it. The moment I make that joke, they'll play it. They'll be like... It'll be like everyone will laugh. Yeah, basically. I'm like hard winning actually right now. I made the gay for paint joke, but that was it. see, because the joke is, I have to explain the joke every time, so it's like really stupid. So the phrase "gay for pay," like you're willing to, like you're in films or something. Yes, this is the last one. Like you appear in gay films or something for money, right? And then, but I like Pate. I like the character Pate from Dark Souls 2. So it's a lot less funny when I explain it, I think. Like the premise of having to explain it is funny. No, not that. I don't want to be on one of those. Well, maybe someday. but not right now. I was thinking maybe something more like the Academy. Like maybe the Academy, or maybe I'll do the Streamers Award. Yes, I know, it's like really stupid. It's actually a really good joke, but it's like really stupid too. It's like both an incredible joke and also a really bad one at the same time. It's like really, really, really dumb. What's his name? What's Pate? What's his full title? Hold up. Wait, or it's Mild-Mannered Pate. Yeah, Mild-Mannered Pate. Where are we going? Oh, we need to go to the pit. We're going to the pit. Yeah, we're on the last cycle here. So most of these bosses, any boss I've killed is the last time I'm gonna kill it on stream, or at least for a while. Oh God, kind of no actually. To be honest with you, like I'll just because I made you guys put up with it, I'll let you in there. But it has to be really. If it's not like the funniest thing I've ever heard in my entire life, I will say that it's not very funny. Probably. It needs to be like hilarious. It needs to be like egregiously funny. I have to laugh so hard at it. Or else I'll be like, I don't know.
Cheers for that.
I'm probably the only guy who's supposed to be making those kinds of jokes here. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, okay. Yeah, that's also true too. That is also true too. After turning Pat, yeah, see that's good. That's even better. Why? I don't know. What? Because he's a weirdo. Why? What? Why? Why is Michael Jackson bad at cooking? Let's play it. Let's go through this. You know what? I gotta just get over myself here and just push forward because he's dead. Okay, is that really? Is that? At least, you know what? Okay, you faked me out there though, so that's actually pretty good. That was a complete fake out. That was a complete fake out, which I respect actually. That was actually really good. That was actually really good. I asked you to, I told you to deliver. I was like, you better deliver. This better be hilarious, and it actually kind of was. Okay, so congratulations. I did not expect that. That was actually okay. That exceeded my expectations in every dimension, or way, or whatever. That really exceeded my expectations, actually. Like, tremendously, that exceeded my expectations. Yes, thank you. Thank you, actually, for sharing, because that one is pretty good. I like that. That's another one where it's like, it doesn't work all the time, but it worked today. It worked here and now. It did its job here and now, and I respect that. Well, unfortunately, I had to kill Pate, and I don't know if you've been paying, or if you, because I had to kill Pate, and the reason I had to kill Pate is because he was easier to kill than Creighton, so I got a backstab off on him and stuff. Yeah, so unfortunately, that's what really happened there. I would have preferred to have kept Pate alive there, but Pate made the mistake of turning his back to me, which is the greatest mistake that you can make in this business. In the business of Dark Souls. He should have been on the other side of the room. Which is the NPC who's like, oh yeah, Creighton's a psycho. Creighton's a murderer or whatever. There's like a guy, yeah, there's like another, or is it, it's not, yeah, Chariot's dead. Chariot's very dead. And in fact, I think you were there when I killed Chariot. Am I wrong? I thought you watched me kill Chariot. I must be wrong. Pate? Or what do you? Yeah. Well, you know, Pate. I love Pate. I love Pate. Maybe me and Pate will hang out someday in the future. Maybe I'll see Pate, my friend Pate, again someday. Oh. Oh no, that's a different time. Yeah, that's DS. That was in Alana. That was when we were fighting Alana, the Squalid Queen, like forever ago. And we're in Shulva, Sanctum City. Oh god. Yeah, the Patrick Bateman meme and how he's like a huge meme. Yeah, actually, the funny thing is I'm reading House of Leaves right now, and it's like a lot more of the same. Like, everything I see is now American Psycho. Literally every dumb thing I see is American Psycho. It's all American Psycho to me. Like, everything I see. I saw Begonia, it was American Psycho. Yeah. I saw Begonia, it was American Psycho. I saw, I'm reading House of Leaves, it's American Psycho. I read Fight Club, that was American Psycho. It's like everything's American Psycho these days. You can't get away from it. So it's kind of interesting that it's a meme because it's very apropos of like pop culture, like adult fiction of this in this era. Oh. He's like quintessential, essentially, because every basically all protagonists are Patrick Bateman nowadays, except for like, you know, like Lord of the Rings stuff, which is an entirely different thing. But yeah, you watch Fight Club, that's Patrick Bateman. Apparently, my guess is it's based on a book called, this book my brother was reading called Gravity's Rainbow, which is like another entire thing. It's about like some Nazi or something who designs rockets. And it's like really stupid. It looks awful. That's what I'm saying about Patrick Bateman is it's like literature has always been crappy. Like, I hate to be the guy who complains about literature, but literature has always been crappy. Like, every book I've ever read has been bad, basically. That's actually not true. Actually, I thought Jurassic Park was really good. Jurassic Park was really, really good, actually, when I read that a long time ago. But it's been very many years since I've read Jurassic Park. I read Jurassic Park when I was like 13 or something. So I thought that was good. Jurassic Park I thought was really good. American Psycho was bad. Fight Club was bad. What's that one I read as a teenager? Oh, Grapes of Wrath was bad. I didn't really like Grapes of Wrath. I thought that, what's that book? Lord of the Flies was good. I thought Lord of the Flies was really good. I thought Lord of the Flies was, like, really good, actually. But that's, like, a really totally short novel. That's actually not a very long book. Oh, this is a +8. We're almost done. We're, like, at the end of this run series. This is, like, it. This is, like, the last pass we're gonna have to do. Before it stops getting harder. It doesn't get any harder after this, so it's the last pass. I'm in a tricky spot here where I have to somehow separate the rats from the main rat because I goofed up the setup. You're kind of supposed to stay in that corner opposite to where he spawns for as long as you can, and then like, there you go. Never mind. Cool. Boom. So Covetous. Yeah, I guess I read To Kill a Mockingbird. That was okay too. That was fine too. I didn't really think it was amazing or anything, but it was fine. And then I read Fire on the Mountain, and that was okay. And then I read whatever it's called. That guy's, I read, Clockwork Orange, that was Patrick Bateman. I read Lolita, that was Patrick Bateman. I guess Clockwork Orange and Lolita were before Patrick Bateman, right? So it kind of isn't really fair to say that those are the same as Patrick Bateman, but they kind of are. They, like, actually kind of are the same. It's like Patrick Bateman is like riffing on them, I guess, and about how like dumb literature is. Oh, is the Game of Thrones? Do people like the Game of Thrones books, I guess? See, I don't know. I knew people who would watch Game of Thrones when that was new, but I've never watched Game of Thrones. It never stuck out to me, and I wasn't really like into HBO or anything like that. So I've never seen like Breaking Bad or Game of Thrones or any of those. Where's my bow? There it is. Yeah. Uh-oh. Door is stuck. There we go. Yeah, I see a lot of bad acting, actually. I see clips of it, and I actually see bad acting. It's like America's answer to, like, It's like America's answer to Death Note. It's like American Death Note. It's like Death Note, but set in America and about Americans. About like a bunch of like unks. Like you have like a ton of unks doing Death Note. It's like really weird. So I've seen a bunch of clips of it. It looks pretty funny. Yeah, Death Note's another one that sort of reminds me of it. Or I read a bunch of Death Note, but I haven't read that much of Death Note. Ooh. Clear this guy out. Yeah, I don't know. People I know are really into things like Succession. It's a kind of like a must-watch for a certain milieu. So I like have friends online that are like watching Succession and talking about Succession and stuff like that. But I'm not, you know. It's just not what I do most of the time. Maybe I should. Maybe I should branch out. But the problem is I'm reading a book right now. So it's like you kind of see how it gets awkward. Where it's like I have to read this, like, House of Leaves is not a small book. House of Leaves is a giant freaking monstrous tome. It is just like absolutely ridiculous to have to deal with. It's like a 700-page book or something. I don't know how the heck I'm gonna finish it. It looks absolutely terrible. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what usually what ends up happening. Oh fudge. Okay, come on. Come on, come on, don't kill me. There you go. Oh, yeah. We got it. We got it, everybody. We're winning. Boom. We're coasting along here. We got it. We're surfing. Now we just need to kill the boss here. Now we just need to kill the Rotten. And we'll grab the keys at the end, I think. Or we'll grab the key later, I guess. Yes, I like playing Dark Souls on YouTube. I like watching like content for Dark Souls and like YouTube stuff. I've been watching a lot of Mr. Sausage. You guys heard of that guy? So that's like a guy, and what he does is he just turns random crap into sausages. He'll just like go to a fast food restaurant and buy some like fast food restaurant stuff. And then he'll go home and he'll literally put it in a sausage grinder and turn it into a sausage. And they like always suck. The sausages are like always bad. Because it's like it turns out you aren't supposed to turn just random crap into a sausage. Like that's not how that works. And it was really funny though. I really like ones where he'll turn like pineapple into sausage. He'll turn like yeah. He'll turn like all kinds of random crap into sausage, and I really like that. I've been vibing with that for a while now. Oh, it is hilariously awful, but it is kind of funny too. I'm not sure what it represents like culturally. You know, like what's going on here really? You know what I mean? Like I haven't formulated like a theory about like why it's happening or what we're even doing, turning random stuff into sausage, but definitely I think there's a component of like I won't call it bad faith. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that just one-shot me. That just straight up one-shot me. It's not like bad faith. Like, I think bad faith is the wrong word. Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, it's not bad faith per se. But it's like he knows that turning random things into sausage really doesn't make any sense. But some of them are kind of interesting because he'll make ones that are actually pretty good. So he'll do one where he turns like a giant, like he turns like a bunch of crab and lobster and stuff into a sausage, and that one was actually apparently pretty good, for whatever reason. So whatever reason, turning a bunch of crab into a sausage is actually a really smart idea, I guess, is what he kind of is the impression I got. And there's one where he's adding like butter powder to stuff, and that was apparently pretty good too. And so some of these ones are actually kind of interesting because they kind of work. He'll make a sausage and you'll be like, okay, like, is this gonna work? And then it kind of does. Like, there's one where he puts peppermint candy into sausage and it's, like, actually really good. That one I was, like, shocked by. That one is, like, I was really shocked by. Because he didn't put in that much peppermint candy. He put in the right amount. So he's like, it's pork meat and then a little bit of peppermint candy. And it turned out really good. For some reason. So that's, like, a great example of one where it's, like, kind of surprising. So you're kind of expecting them all to be bad. But then some of them are good enough that it's, like, interesting, I guess. So it's really not in bad faith. I think bad faith is a step too far to say. I think he does know that most of them are going to turn out bad. But there's a degree of extreme good faith there in the sense that sometimes the sausages are really hilariously good for no reason. And he does know that, and I know that, and it's actually really funny. So yeah, he like broke up like a bunch of candy canes and he put it in the pork meat, and then he just cooked it up. And then he just put it in a sausage casing and he cooked it up. And it was actually apparently really good. Because like there's just the right amount of sweetness, there's the right amount of peppermint flavor, you know, but then you still get the pork. But of course he added other spices to it. He added salt and pepper to it. Yeah, that's the kind of thing where you're like, you know what? Maybe this is actually kind of a reasonable thing. You know, where you're like, okay, like, you know, you wouldn't want to do like all chocolate, right? Like maybe you could do all chocolate, but like you know, like a couple pieces of chocolate in there, you know? Like every bite you get like a chocolate chip or two or something. Might actually be kind of interesting. You know, and that's kind of the thing. That's kind of the space he's like operating in, and so I really respect that. But yeah, most of them are bad. I think most of them are terrible. Anytime there's like a bunch of bread or sugar or water, it's always bad. But it makes me want a sausage. Maybe I'll go buy some sausages or something, cook them up. I still got a little bit of that vegan ground beef in my fridge, so maybe I'll have that for dinner tonight. I'll have that and some potatoes or something. That sounds really good. Some fries. Some home fries. I'll go toss the... Yeah, maybe we'll do that for dinner tonight. What did I have last night for dinner? Oh, I had mushrooms and broccoli. Yeah, so maybe I'll have that tonight for dinner. I'll cook up the last of that into like a hamburger steak, and then I'll put a big old potato. I'll chop it up and I'll soak it, and then I'll fry it in the oven, basically, for tonight's dinner. Put some like... I don't... Do I have a better idea for dinner? No, I gotta get it in my freezer. Oh, shoot. Uh-oh. Oh, he's gonna wreck me. I just got wrecked there. Ah, come on. Oh, these guys. Whatever. Yeah, I love potatoes too. When we talk about something I love, potatoes. Big fan of those myself. Yeah, so what I'll do is, yeah, so that's what I think that's what I'll do for dinner tonight. I'll just like fry it up as sort of like as like a hamburger patty. But I kind of don't have enough. I sort of need 2 hamburger patties and I only have 1, but it's okay. The potato will fill in the gaps, I guess. I guess I could try to have a vegetable with it. I don't know. I've never tried pierogi. I've heard of them, but I've never tried one. To be honest with you. Hold up. Let's look at the Rotten real fast. What's he weak to? The Rotten DS2. What is he weak to? Thrust, lightning, bleed. Okay, yeah, so lightning, I guess here. We go lightning for this. Oh, did you? Yeah, I hadn't heard of them until I was an adult. I had never heard of a pierogi until I was an adult. And so I don't know if they're like, I don't know what culture they're from or what, or whether they're more common in other parts of the country or whatever. But I never heard of them until the internet, or until like the internet talked about them years and years ago, or maybe not years. You know, it was an adult before I was an adult before I'd ever heard of them. Oh yeah. See, I don't know, something like that. But I'm sure they're great. I don't know. The problem is I'm gluten intolerant. I'm gluten intolerant, so I can't eat anything with bread in it. So if there's bread in it, I can't eat that. But you know, I can eat some. So if I eat a little bit of bread, it's okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. I think that's one of those things that's gotten a lot more notoriety in recent decades.
I'll be around.
It's okay. I can eat some bread. I just can't eat tons. If I eat tons, I get very sick. But if I eat a little bit, it's fine. If I eat a lot, I get very sick. Very, very, very sick if I eat a bunch. But like, for example, I could have a sandwich and I would be fine. I could have like a sandwich or a couple pieces of pizza and I would be fine. But if I eat too much more than that, I would get very ill. Yeah, I don't know what it was. I don't know. In some ways, I'm kind of suspicious because it seems like some breads don't make me sick and other breads do, and I don't know why. And there's no like good explanation. I could go see a doctor and like talk to doctors about it, but it's not worth dealing with. So I used to make homemade bread all the time, and then it made me really sick for like a year. And because I didn't know that was what was causing the problem. And then eventually I finally figured it out after like a really long time. But I don't know if I'll ever be the same, unfortunately. I think I'll always be a little tiny. I think I hurt my tummy or something in that process, unfortunately. Yeah, well, you get a lot of breads in the food. And even like a lot of fake glutens don't really work. I end up wondering if it's an issue with carbohydrates in general. You know, because that's like a big thing where it's like, oh, maybe carbohydrates are the problem. But it's really tough not to eat carbohydrates like rices and stuff. I really like rice and potatoes. So it puts me in a really tricky spot that way. But I think that, but on the main, it's mostly gluten. Like gluten is 100% the actual cause of the problem. And there's some talk about how they're going to fix it eventually. Or they're going to release like gluten flours that don't make you sick. Because apparently it's the specific long-chain gluten molecules that are the issue. And if you're not eating those, it's fine, I guess. I don't know. But, promising research in the area, but it's not something that's ever probably going to get fixed in the next, 10 years or whatever. And I've kind of built a life for myself outside of gluten, you know. I eat gluten-free bread. I make my own gluten-free bread, and it's pretty okay. And then but you got to be careful because a lot of gluten-free flours also make me sick too. It's like really weird. I don't know what's going on. It probably has to do. I honestly, at the end of the day, I sort of think it has to do with carbohydrates. But I'm like obviously part of like a huge component of my diet is things like potatoes, right? So I'm kind of in a really tough spot there, personally. But I guess maybe we just run past, I guess. We get Forlorn again instead of like Child Victor or whatever. Oh gosh. Ugh. Guys. Can you believe this, guys? Can you believe this? Can you believe this? I just can't even believe it, you know? I'm like sitting here, chilling, and these guys are going ham on me. I'm like, what's even going on here, gentlemen? This is just crazy, you know? This is just anti-customer bias, I think. Forlorn, yeah. I've gotten really unlucky with the Forlorn invasions, I guess. Because this is like the worst spot for him. I can pretty much ignore him anywhere else, but if he's here, it's like really hard. So we're gonna do this the way I always do this instead of some other way. I'm not gonna try to experiment with this anymore. I'm just gonna do it. Do it the right way. The way I know. Oh. Yeah, but it's really tough to eat without carbs anywhere. Yeah, and rices also make me sick too sometimes. It depends. So I've bought like bags of rice that have made me sick as well. So I don't know what's up with that. I'm not sure if it's cross-contamination or like pesticides or some other kind of issue with the cultivar of rice or whatever. Or whatever. So yeah, unfortunately I don't think I will ever be the same. As much as I hate to like whine about that. So if you're eating something that's making you sick, try gluten and then try to nip that in the bud as fast as you can. But it's not so bad. But I kind of sat on it for a whole year. It was like I was sick for an entire year. I think it was more than that even. I was sick for like 2 full years or something. I just didn't do anything about it, basically. I was like... Well, I tried, whatever he calls them. I tried, I can't remember what they're called. So the problem was that probiotics kind of worked. So I ended up in the spot where I was taking probiotics all the time. And then I'm like, oh, this is actually kind of working. Like, it wouldn't 100% work, but it worked a lot of the time, for whatever reason. So I'd take a big old probiotic, and it would work. I would not be sick, or as sick, for, like, no conceivable reason. And then, and that worked for a while. And so it was really tricky to, like, figure out how to, like, get... So I did eventually go to the doctor, and they're like, yeah, so maybe you should stop you should try to eat different things, because it could be something you're eating. And I didn't believe them at the time, which I regret. I wish I'd just known that that was the problem right then and there. But at the time, I was eating so much wheat bread that, like, I didn't know how the heck I was going to eat something different for food. I was just like, oh my god, how am I going to eat something different for food anyway? And I was eating other food, and like I would eat really spicy things and get sick too. Or I'd eat like other kinds of things, and that would also make me sick. And it was a big to do for like a long time. And you know, obviously hindsight's 2020. You know, I could have done better. Could have like really homed in on the gluten, but you know, that's how it is. It's so weird because as a kid, you know, I'd eat gluten all the time and it wouldn't affect me. But I think that homemade bread really goofed me up good. Which is a shame because it was amazing bread. It was so tasty. It was like the tastiest bread ever. But in retrospect, it looked kind of pale. So I don't know. I don't know if that was it or something. No, I'm pretty sure it's just gluten intolerance. I'll never not think that it's like a bio thing. Like, I'll never not wonder if it's not like a biological, like, infection type deal. It's just like really subtle. You know, like we haven't identified, human scientists have not identified the, yeah. Like, human scientists have yet to identify the specific germ that causes it inside of me, or the specific genetic trait, and so there's no solution yet. But maybe it's one of those things that doctors will be able to fix someday. Or maybe they'll address like the specific compounds that cause it or something, and just like have like wheat breads that don't have those specific gluten compounds or whatever. But not today. And honestly, the gluten-free breads I make aren't bad. They're okay. They're not amazing. They're not the, you know, the best things in the world. But you can smear some peanut butter on them, or you know, butter or whatever, and they're okay. It's good enough. It's just how it is. They're made with like chickpeas and like other random flours, and they're okay. You know, they're fine. But I think we're gonna end stream tonight. There will be a stream tomorrow night for sure. I don't know if there's gonna be a stream on Monday. We'll see what happens on Monday. But I've been streaming for 3 hours, so... Well, we'll talk to Aldia first, and we'll level up. Just to go a little bit farther. Yeah, no one's gone this far, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, true monarch, blah, 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 I get it. Yeah. I get it, Aldia. You're talking about this, that, or the other thing. Don't worry about it, Aldia. Go ahead. Go back into your bonfire, pal. Buddy. Poor Aldia. No, I'm actually a big Aldia fan. I'm Josh and Aldia here. Aldia's my buddy, actually. Yeah, maybe I'll go buy. Maybe I'll get like a vegetable or something. But I'm not sure what vegetable I want to cook here for this. I guess I got onion. Yeah, we'll think about it. I'll think about it. Dex. Because the store closes in an hour, so I have like 30 minutes to this. I have like about 10 minutes to decide here at this point. Okay. Well, the good news is we're going to Dranglake Castle next time, so everybody get excited for that. But yeah, stream tomorrow, definitely. And so I'll see you guys later. Thank you very much. It's very fun to stream. And thanks if you type in the chat or whatever. So I'll